What the hell? Mr. Krabs, the voice clip went really weird. Anyway, how are we doing today, folks? Welcome to more SpongeBob, Bingleblorf, Spare Pants. I don't know. I'm just saying weird shit. Hello, Cheat Freak.
Hey, I'm here.
Welcome. What's that? Oh, sorry. How we doing?
Doing alright. I was experimenting with Wii U homebrew stuff, as you
Yeah,
said.
I saw.
Yeah, there's like some crazy developments happening, like as of late.
I need to invest some time into that, but I just don't have that right now, so eventually.
Yeah, there was this whole thing a while back where there was like, I think everybody started trying to switch to tiramisu, which is some new custom firmware that people were using, but it was basically just a stopgap until they could finish Aroma, which is a much better one apparently. And
okay,
it sure is better. Let me tell you, it doesn't crash as much. It's like it's nice. So they did a good job.
Yeah. Anyway, last time we roughly got halfway through the game, just about 48%. So
Yeah,
we're gonna. I'm
just
thinking.
defeated Dennis. Yeah.
Yes, that's what we just did. Dennis round 1. Anyway, you might see later. But I think I could probably get through most of the rest of the game today, if not beat it. It's like I don't think it'll take too long to do, but we will see here, depending on what happens. So
I feel like the latter half of the game is shorter than the earlier half of the game.
yeah, it is. But in order to get everything, I have to go back and do some things. So we'll be doing that too.
Like,
but
I need to bolster my Goofy Goober tokens collection, and it's more important than saving the world.
yes. Anyway, trying to think about something, but oh yeah, I remember apparently this game doesn't like it when you have 3 save slots, or I don't know if it's my memory card or something like that, because it's when I tried to load the game, it's like I was worried that I was gonna not have this progress saved, but it does, but I just wouldn't be able to save anymore. It doesn't like having 3 save slots, so it's weird.
Oh, it's yeah. BFBB does this too. It just like yells at you that there's no free spots, but
even though there is.
But you could just press B to bypass it, I think. But like, it always complains about it when all 3 slots are occupied. I don't know why.
Yeah. Anyway, we already beat Dennis, so we're just gonna move on to Sunday driving. We're just gonna keep going until it tells us to go back to get more tokens. Nintendo Boo, what's up? I haven't seen you in a bit. How you doing, friend? We're just continuing the SpongeBob SquarePants movie game requested by a friend. So we're gonna 100% this game because he also told me to do that. I was like, I was gonna do that anyway. So
it's not a particularly hard thing to do. I think it's just kind of time.
It has less like stars / golden spatulas than Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Isn't it only like 70 or 60 or something?
I think it's like 69, which might be funny.
Follow Goober and don't lose him.
Maybe 60, maybe 68. Yeah.
I don't know.
This game sucks. It's not. I mean, obviously it's a licensed game, so it's not gonna have the same qualities as other games, but it's still pretty dang fun. I still enjoy it quite a bit.
It's a solid 3D platformer up until the point where Mindy says you need to get more Goofy Goober tokens, and then then it's like about 5% worth.
Because Battle for Bikini Bottom didn't ask you that. I mean, it told you what you needed to have so you could progress, but you could do whatever you wanted in between them to get that.
There was like ample headroom in that game. There's like there's not very much headroom in this game at all. It's just like, yeah, you want to have enough tokens? Well, better do some ring levels because that's all there is.
Hey, I might need to turn on the audio just a little bit.
Oh yeah, the Discord stream.
Yeah, I'll do that too. Alright. And also, this is probably like I wouldn't say it's the hardest first part of like the driving section. Like, it's just having to follow somebody in like any driving game is just gonna be annoying. So
Yeah, Nintendo Boo. This game was like, it's a miracle this game turned out as good as it did.
This game,
all, to be
like
honest.
literally, this game came out before the movie came out, which is like really weird because this game has the plot of the entire movie in it. And usually like movie slash TV show tying games.
Yeah,
yeah, the ring challenges. We'll get to those. I think I've already only done one so far because out of trying to get some stuff, but
I think that the Sunday driving and like honestly, like I feel like the paddy wagon ring levels aren't really that bad. It's mostly like
the sliding
mostly
challenges.
The slides are a real pain at the ring.
I may have a bit of a cough today, by the way. So.
Sometimes you can like pull real hard back on the stick to slow down and like turn really tight, and it's just like, nope, you didn't turn tight enough. No,
yeah,
you're falling off the stage. It's just, you know, it can be frustrating.
Yeah, and the paddy wagon is less slippery than I remember, except well, actually, I hate when you're on that water there, you're extremely slippery. So never mind. But normally when you're not on that terrain, it's better than I remember it controlling. But yeah, once we hit the water, shit's gonna hit the fan. Also, using the brake there is pretty good to do.
I also am not a big fan of it like putting explosions when you try to cut corners. That's pretty mean.
Yeah.
It's like
it's gonna get worse in the last driving level.
Yeah, don't remind me.
I mean, that one's not too bad either. Like, we'll see. Until it gives me trouble, I'm not gonna say it's too bad. So we'll see what happens later.
I feel like that's probably the worst driving stage for sure. I'd rather do Sunday driving. I mean,
yeah, even though it's literally just like
a little. Yeah.
Like even though the last level is literally the first driving level, but you drive backwards through it. Like you follow the same path but backwards. I actually did like that.
Too many things going on at once.
Yeah. Also, how's the audio, by the way, just to let me know again. Just want to make sure each stream. I didn't change anything, so it shouldn't be that different, but... I streamed Splatoon 3 last night, and,
Seems to sound okay.
Yeah. And, we did I think we're at, like, the last part. I stopped right before, like, the last part of the story mode. And, so there's a thing with Big Man, and I'm not gonna spoil it if nobody wants me to spoil it, but it was amazing, and I love Big Man even more now.
I'll probably never play Splatoon 3, so
yeah. I just want to make sure in chat before I go ahead and say it.
As for the stream chat, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. It's mostly a gameplay thing, but I didn't want to spoil it for anybody.
Well, that doesn't happen too often. You actually bonked into him.
Oh yeah. You already played Splatoon? Did you already beat the story mode? And yes. Okay. So you fight each member of Deep Cut in like the 3 idols in the game, including Big Man. And Big Man's boss fight is literally oh god, that was close. Big Man's boss fight is literally the manta ray from Super Mario Sunshine, where it's like transparent and like starts trailing the ink behind him.
Paper silhouette.
Yes. And I thought that I got so hyped. I was like, oh my god, what the heck? I was not expecting that. That was so cool. And the goof color's the same color and everything. And I was like, oh my god. I love that.
I would imagine that the Splatoon development team probably has obviously become very aware of the striking similarities between.
Oh yeah, yeah, I'm sure. Oh god, I hate this part of the level because this is where you can lose him very easily here.
Yeah, this is like I remember this part being frustrating. What's really shitty is that it's like near the end of the stage.
Yeah, it is, and you have to redo it all if you lose him.
If you fail, you have to do it all again.
Yeah, but we did it first try.
Yeah, good job.
Well done, Patrick and SpongeBob.
Yeah, I love Big Man's boss fight. It was so cool.
She said my name first.
She said my name first. Patrick's the simp. This game hates me. I don't know, it's been pretty kind so far, but I'm sure it will rear its ugly head later.
I think it hates me, actually. That's the reality of it. Every time I've ever played this, it's like 50% fun and then like 50% pain and suffering.
Oh, I love this part of the movie when Patrick inspects the glass bowl and he's like, seems to be a wall made of psychic energy.
And had discovered its awful secret.
And you remember a lot more quotes from that movie than I do, even though I've watched I've probably seen that movie like 100 times just because we had like the DVD of it, and my sister liked to watch it.
I had the DVD of it too.
What was happening to our two friends? The situation seemed to be completely.
Oh my god, the saddest moment in cinematic history when they died. But then they were saved. This is where men cried in the theater. Toy Story 3, nah, it's got nothing on this. No, I'm just kidding.
Low key, I agree.
It'd be the tear of the movie. Alexander Clam Bell. I love that. Google Ads and smelly knickknacks. I love the name of that.
I love this stage. This is like a good.
I really like the look of the stage, yeah.
It's just like they nailed the aesthetic. Like when I got to the stage, I was like, wow. I was, because like here's the thing, like the last two, like the other two slides, obviously I was like, you know, a little bit annoyed about the whole ring challenge thing, but like for some reason when I got to this stage the first time, I plowed through both of the challenges first try. And then also, like, I just like the stage, like, design and, like, the look of it.
I think this is probably the easiest slide in the game, but I think it's really fun that way.
We are the manliest of men.
I think that they just really nailed the aesthetic. Like, you really feel like you're in the Shell City, like, knickknack shop.
Yeah, except they have floating wires and hoses everywhere.
Well, yeah, but, you know, you gotta do something.
Yeah.
So I can excuse it. I just like the stage. I think it's good. I think it's
I think it's good too.
Wish there was a proper. I kind of wish there was a proper platform stage set in this level too. But I mean, I guess they just couldn't come up with one.
Yeah.
Never mind. There's no time to waste. Find a way out of here. Get past.
Get past the Cyclops. Oh my God, it's Rex. We have to get past Rex. The diver helmet.
I love the smell of salvage.
Oh my god. You hate this one? Nah, this one's easy. Look, here, watch this. I'm gonna show you. Now, getting all the treasure chests, on the other hand, that's a bit difficult because it's hard to tell where you can and can't go initially. But yeah, I'm not gonna go after that.
Feel like I do remember having a bit more of a tough time with the treasure chests in this stage, and I think the other one that annoyed me with treasure chests was, what was the? I think Bubble Blowing Baby Hunt has an annoying treasure chest or two.
Oops.
But that's because those are annoying because the chests in Bubble Blowing Baby Hunt are like, some of them are like do something way earlier in the stage, and then later in the stage you can get it. But like but along the way there's like stuff that you can like leave the level and it resets it. It's like annoying.
Oh yeah.
That's why that one annoyed me. It wasn't even that they were hard to find; they were just annoying.
Yeah. I died there because I didn't realize it's hard to tell which way the path is going, so it forced me back in the other direction because I wasn't supposed to go backwards up of it. So that's why I died there. No, I agree. That's kind of bad.
I think all they really would have needed to do to fix that problem is to just like loosely put some like gradient arrows on the things to tell you which direction the path is going.
Yeah.
Would have been a pretty easy thing to do.
But since there's really no punishment for dying in this level, then I don't really feel bad that I did.
There's not really any punishment for dying in these games. Like
no. Doesn't make you turn on the faucets again, so.
I mean, I feel like it's one of those things. I think it's one of those things with I feel like this stage. First of all, part of it is that with regard to what Nintendo is saying.
Yeah.
This is like a pretty old game. Like
This is 2004.
Yeah, back in 2004, like most games didn't have like, sign, like a big glowing red sign saying, "This is where you go, stupid." You know,
Yeah.
most games didn't do that back then, and I kind of appreciate that still to this day a little bit. Like I like when games.
Oh my god, did he literally the way the Cyclops put his hand up there is like he's doing like this, you know? Looks like he's doing the the okay sign or whatever that people do.
Surprised that hasn't become a meme, but I feel like SBMG is probably not as appreciated as BFBB in general.
Yeah, no, it's not.
That's that's the other thing though. I feel like BFBB is like a lot easier and like more like fine-tuned, whereas this game is a little harder.
Yeah.
And as a result, is not as fine-tuned, but.
And the different structure of everything is why it's just not as liked, I guess.
Oh, well, shoot. Yeah, that, and then also like a casual player might oh, that was annoying.
Yeah, I hit the button there, but like my jump was stuffed, so I don't know why. But again,
like
I'm not.
Casual players probably like you could play the game and then they get to the part at like what is it? The part in the trench where it's like you need Goofy Goober tokens. Bye.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people like casually do that. Like get there and then they quit, and I think that's like really unfortunate because
I think it's a good.
I would say that's probably the single worst design decision they
I think what got me stuck was when we get to Planktopolis and it tells you to screw off until you get enough for the Sonic Wave guitar.
Oh yeah, that's really annoying too.
Yeah.
That's like the really
because that requirement for that one is quite a lot.
Yeah, that one's just ridiculous.
Oh, and then it's worse when you have to. It's like, okay, I have to bring back the paddy wagon, so give me all your tokens. Oh wait, you don't have enough. Oops. We just played a level full of a bunch of tokens, you know.
I mean, we talked about this last time, but Nintendo, this game is literally just like 100% the same engine as BFE.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, like even the enemies, like AIs and stuff, are recycled. So it's just like. To be honest, it feels more like a DLC for BFBB than anything. It's just not a very good one. It's okay. Well, it's okay. It's more challenging.
Well, the good thing is that it runs off the Battle for Bikini Bottom engine, so it's good. It's going to be good in some way because it has a solid.
There's like an inherent goodness to it, you know.
Also, I want this treasure chest. Even though I'm just wasting time, but I don't know. I don't care. I just like again. I like the aesthetic of the level, like you were saying.
Yeah, Banjo. That's an interesting take. Banjo-Tooie. I don't know.
Oh, Banjo-Tooie. I like Banjo-Tooie. Well, I have not played it, but I don't know. I feel like I'd like that one more.
I feel like most people haven't played Banjo-Tooie. Honestly, like this is probably the hot take of this entry. I think Banjo-Kazooie is boring.
Really?
Yeah, I think.
I like it quite a bit. Like I don't think it's like the best thing ever, but like
I like the aesthetic, and I like 3D platformers,
Oops.
but.
Also, there's like naked Patrick Starfish everywhere.
I just think that Banjo-Kazooie is pretty boring in general. It's not terrible. It's just like unremarkable to me, I guess. It's just like at the time they were always with Banjo like obviously there weren't that many 3D platformers, so it was remarkable that it was so well done. But like in the face of like modern 3D platformers, like I would take a hat in time over Banjo-Kazooie any day. You know what I mean? Like,
Rare just got a bit too into the collectathon to the point where they lost themselves inside the whole point of collecting things.
Yeah.
See Donkey Kong
also,
64.
Banjo is way too easy. That's the other.
It's easy, yeah.
It's extremely easy.
At least Banjo-Tooie has boss fights.
Yeah. I haven't played much of Banjo-Tooie. I only got like I did beat Banjo-Kazooie once, but I never got. I started Banjo-Tooie, and I remember having emulation issues with it. So I just was like, well, I'll play this someday, and then someday.
Just play it on the Switch. I actually don't like the Xbox Live version of Banjo-Kazooie because I feel like the way they updated the UI and the textures just doesn't feel the same.
SpongeBob and Patrick find themselves standing on the beach.
Also, we get to the best part here.
The only time I ever really played Banjo-Tooie was I tried to play it on emulator and the emulator kept crashing. At the time,
oh my god!
Like a long time ago.
It's David Hasselhoff.
Something's wrong with his face.
Well, it's because they couldn't. It's David Hasselhoff, quote unquote. Because they didn't use his name or likeness.
It's like they just took the Photoshop smear tool and like stretched his face.
Yeah. But we do have the best level setting in the entire game though. Here. We get to fight a boss on David Hasselhoff. What game can you say that happens in?
But how?
This is good.
Did you miss me?
I like how he's like, he doesn't, when he comes back, he just doesn't have his glasses or whatever, and so he's just like a slightly menacing fish.
So this boss fight was kind of hard for me at first. But he just bounces between his butt cheeks over there. And you just bowl at him.
And you can reflect his projectiles.
Yes, you can do that too. He pretty much just stays back there the whole time. Sends a couple mooks after you, but that's about it. But again, like I forget, I think his face is fully modeled or something like that, or not, or something like that. I don't know. I was trying to see if I can get there, but it's just funny we're on the back of David Hasselhoff here. And it's so detailed. I remember, and he even comments on like things happening. Oh my god, this is so funny. This is the funniest shit ever.
You're getting low on health.
I am. This should do it. Close, but I think if I reflect his projectiles, that should do it.
Yeah, you got it.
What the fuck? How's he? Dude, David Hasselhoff's head should have been hit by that if Dennis got hit by that. Like, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Oh, he just ducks his head down.
Yeah.
In the movie, that's what he does.
But anyway, he's still standing there. What the hell?
What?
Okay.
Yeah, continuity is hard.
Yeah.
Hooray for SpongeBob and Patrick!
Great for SpongeBob and Patrick and not David Hasselhoff. Also, we're replaying the events that just happened in cutscene form.
He looks so much better in the cutscene than he does in the game.
Yeah.
I'm through,
Like, he looks menacing and evil. In the game, he just looks awkward 3D model.
Goodbye!
After many
Also, they don't show this, but one of my favorite parts of the movie that I forgot happened was in order for them to shoot to get SpongeBob Patrick back down under the sea, David Hasselhoff puts them and the crown in between his pecs that like come out, and then he like uses the force of his pecs coming back together to launch them.
They're like a robot pecs.
Yeah, and it's like, oh my god, it is so funny. And the I think the actual funniest thing is that David Hasselhoff still has the model they use for the movie that he calls him Big Dave. Like it's like the plastic model like they used to film the movie. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah,
he still had. It's
it
like
was a big thing too. I remember.
Yeah, it's like really big.
The special effects footage or whatever from the DVD.
Yeah, but like he calls him Big Dave, and I just think that's hilarious.
Yeah, it would have been nice if they could have just sprung for some FMVs of the movie, but because the game came out before the movie, they probably were. That was just never in the cards.
No, they probably could not.
I'm sorry.
If the game ever got a re-release, they could probably, like, you know, do. I mean, here's the thing: they're gonna have to work with Paramount to get this game re-released, no matter what. If they're gonna do it. So,
sorry,
if they were
I'm gonna
do
stop
it,
your progression.
Yeah, they may as well just like license some clips from the movie because the movie's old now, you know.
Oh yeah, very old. It's almost 20 years old.
If they ever did like an HD remake or something, like they did BFBB, they should probably like get rid of the progress gates and then also put in some actual cutscenes from the movie, maybe just some FMVs or whatever.
So,
or who knows? Maybe they could just like do, if they were gonna do it I mean, to be honest, the ideal thing for them to do would actually just be to make fully like new animated, you know, cutscenes of the you know, in engine or whatever. But that would be a bit high effort, I think.
I know you can. I think there's a way to probably do a skip to get past this without the Sonic Wave guitar. I'm sure there is, but
yeah, Nintendo. Mindy is just really. She's like the Goofy Goober super fan. You don't understand, okay?
yeah.
She will salt the earth to get those Goober tokens.
She wears
very,
the.
They are very important collectibles to her.
She wears the Goofy Goober Peanut Party underpants for 3 years straight. What do you call that?
She is as serious about Goofy Goober tokens as I am about like cat girls. It's pretty intense.
Now there's a secret you can do with the thing here.
I'm half joking, but still.
Did I do it? Oh, hang on. There's a secret I know here. I've done it. Oh, I know what it is. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, good job.
But again, we can't.
That was tough to figure out on your own.
Oh yeah, there's no way. I don't know how anybody would know that. I think I have to look it up in the guide. Because I did get all the treasure chests.
Isn't there also one in the first, what is it, the Sunday, what is it, what's the first level called again?
No cheese.
I'm Ready Depression.
I'm Ready Depression, yeah.
Yeah, there's one, isn't there like one treasure chest in there that's like, you have to use Patrick's like somersault or cartwheel, I mean.
Yeah.
To like do like a perfect U through the boxes, and if you don't,
that's what I did that. I did that when the first time we streamed it.
Yeah, I mean it's fine when you know about it, but that's like so cryptic. Like, who the heck would have figured that out aside from just accidentally stumbling into it? You know.
I kind of figured it out because there was just a path of boxes, so I just followed the boxes.
It just seems like something you could only discover by accident, you know? Like, nobody's like, yeah, where's the treasure chest in the stage? These boxes seem suspicious, you know? It just seems like a level set piece. It's not really, yeah.
I like to stop and smell the anemones.
And old tires.
I like to stop and smell the anemones and old tires.
Well,
Oh, that's a funny line.
instead, if you make it under the allotted time,
Alright, time to do some of these missions. I think we need 40 tokens in order to get the Sonic Wave guitar, but I'm just gonna do all the missions we haven't done yet that we can.
Is that the last progress gate, at least?
No, because you after Planktopolis, you have to bring back the paddy wagon, and that costs like 48 tokens or something.
Oh, that's dumb. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember that.
Because she can randomly make the paddy wagon come back from being eaten by the frogfish.
Convenient plot.
Yep. But I kind of know the pathway through this level to get there the fastest, and I kind of learned how to do it from the ring challenges, so that kind of helps out a bit. Yeah, so I've been, I guess while we're going through here, I've been pretty busy at work. It's gonna get really busy, in the next 2 months anyway.
How'd you like that 4090 launch?
It was pretty big. It was a pretty big launch. I mean, we had a pretty big line of people outside. And a lot of people got it, you know. Just casually throwing $2,000 around, you know.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I don't get it personally. Like, unless these people. Here's the thing. Like, even the 4090 just can't push like modern AAA games at full 4K.
No, it's like I don't.
It's just not worth upgrading from like your average 1440p capable whatever. You know what I mean? Because until like we get like a real like resolution rasterization up, you know, I just don't think it's
right. I don't get it either.
It just seems like a strange decision for people to make. I mean, I guess there's always going to be those people who are like, I need to have the absolute most powerful thing always, all the time. And it's like every time something new comes out, they're like, yeah, I need to drop $7,000 on a new PC. It's like, okay,
yeah,
whatever you say, dude.
I did end up doing really well to the point where I guess I got a good number of like surveys from people, and so I made this thing called Captain's Club, which is like people leading in the amount of, you know, good surveys they got back from customers. So I got a $50 bonus from that, so that's nice.
sounds good.
Pretty happy about that.
I'm pretty passionate about the PC hardware stuff, so I would love to. Honestly, I wish I could do the same thing you do, probably.
Yeah. Oh, you do. You probably.
There's nowhere near here that's like that. So.
Yeah, you'd probably be really good at it though, for real.
Oh yeah, I mean, I know PC hardware well enough. I can build a PC from scratch if you hand me if someone hands me the parts. It's just I can't afford the parts. So.
Right. If you give me parts, I'll do it.
Yeah. So.
I'm gonna get a new case, I think, here soon. I gotta meet up with our friend Joey. He's gonna get me it.
Make sure you give everything a good cleaning as you transfer from one to
for sure.
one to the other.
For sure.
You ever? I don't know if you watch like random YouTube videos a lot, but Greg Salazar does a good series of videos on cleaning PC parts. It's pretty
Oh,
interesting.
okay. I'll have to look that up when.
Lots of
that comes up.
montages of him, cleaning things, but it's just very aesthetic, very nice.
Yep. Look at Riz. Spelling shuffleboard backwards? That's a challenge. I wonder if there's like a secret. I don't know.
No, rings will appear along the slot.
No.
You have a limited
Just fuck you
time
guys. Just get through the rings. Let's play Superman 64. Also, I do like the attention to detail that every slide level has you writing in something different. Because the first one's the bathtub, and then second one's the clamshell, and then last one's the crown, which I think is really funny, even though I don't know how that would work when the crown has like a pointed top on it. You know?
Just don't think about it too much.
I know, don't think about it. Wait a minute, if we're underwater, how can there be a...
Good old SpongeBob logic.
Yeah. Yeah, this is where the level taught me the shortcuts. Because of the, and then I missed one.
And then you missed it because it's like, haha, you thought you'd jump off straight. No.
No, I forgot about that.
For some reason. Yeah, this is why I hate the slides.
Yeah.
All of these take more attempts than they should. Only because it's like, oh yeah, sorry, you didn't know that we were gonna put the ring like 2 feet to the left instead. It's like, why would you do that? It's like unkind game design.
Yeah. It is manageable, but it is a little,
yeah, it's worse when you're a kid, obviously.
Yeah.
Because, like, when you're a kid, you get, like, worked up and frustrated easier, you know?
And leap of faith. So I saw,
that ring right there can fuck off, by the way.
Yeah.
That one that you just got. These ones that are like, hey, drive really dangerously close to the edge, even though, like, the edge of the platform is even smaller than it looks.
Oh, yeah. Thankfully, you can go through, like, the inside of the ring. Like, you can, like, do, like, that. Like, what I did there and, like, I did there.
Yep.
So it's a bit forgiving there, but, you know, obviously when you miss it outright...
It's really the rings are fine. It's the edges of the platforms that are unforgiving.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you'll just fall off for no reason. Like, that happened earlier to you in Shell City. You landed on the just, like, the corner edge of a platform, and it was like, nope, reject.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's just like a minor collision issue. It's one of those things I feel like the developers, if they had more time, they would have, like, ironed out a little bit more.
Yeah. So I think everybody saw this, Mario Party 1 and 2 are coming out in next week on Switch Online.
Is it next week? Yeah, I think
the 2nd, November 2nd. So
yeah, that's cool.
that is exciting.
As I
Except
said, I'm down to do some Mario Party with you. And,
yeah,
I don't know if Blue Hunter Zero is gonna also, but
he might if he has the time. But
yeah, I should be free probably to do that.
Yeah, but I can't wait to I have a Nintendo 64 Switch controller and I can't wait to ruin my hands on that with Mario Party 1. Can't believe they're actually re-releasing that game. I didn't think they would ever do that.
Yeah.
Because they had so many legal issues when the first release.
well,
insane.
It doesn't change the fact that the game is still below. So
It is, but I think like Mario Party 2 is probably the best way to put a Mario Party game on there. I'm glad they're doing Mario Party 3 as well, because that one I feel like isn't as accessible, and that one needs to be played too, because it looks like it has a lot of content compared to other Mario Party games, just in terms of board quality and items.
yeah.
There we go.
Woo. Good job.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Riding. Here's your reward.
You have completed a great game.
You have completed a great game. I know, in Mega Man Soccer, there's like a, when you beat like the game in that one, there's like a banner
How fast
that
do you two think you
that
can
Roll
fly?
brings out. It says like congratulation or something like that.
English is hard, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
It's always really funny to me when Japanese developers misspell English words, because it's like the Japanese, they learn English also.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
it's
mean,
like,
obviously,
maybe they're not gonna be like as fluent, you know.
Yeah.
But like still.
I feel like no matter how good you get at a second language, there's gonna be some things that are gonna be hard, no matter what.
Yeah.
But that's coming from somebody who hasn't learned a second language, so I really wouldn't know.
Yeah, I listen to way too much Japanese ASMR and listen to way too much Japanese anime. I can understand some Japanese, but obviously it's like I probably understand like 30% of what they're saying, and then like the other 60% or 70% or whatever is like
Yeah.
questionable. I'm starting to get it though a little bit more. Like
That's
the
good.
way that, yeah, it's just like you kind of just pick up on it after so much time, I guess. If you actually pay attention to like what people are saying, rather. A lot of people just like they some people I know don't even like listen to anime. They just mute it half the time
Yeah.
because it has subtitles. I mean, you know.
So this time limit shouldn't be too hard, because I feel like we beat it previously in the last time trial.
Yeah, these times are. It's funny that they do. Is it always ring challenge first, then time trial?
It's time trial, ring challenge, then harder time trial.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's like a lot of padding. Jeez.
Yeah. They couldn't even bother coming up with a unique fourth mission. They had to just put harder time trial.
It would have been nice if they would have just been like, "Oh, you beat the time for both the time trials. Okay, here's 2 tokens." You know, it would have
Yeah, like
been that.
Mario Sunshine didn't do that either. It was like with the
Yeah.
blooper race shit. So
What do these all these games have in common? They're all on the GameCube and they're all rushed games. They're all rushed. for some
yeah, including Wind
Quality of
Waker.
life, we don't have time for that.
It said Wind Waker is rushed too, because that game clearly shows. Even though it's a really good game.
It's a real bummer they never like did a proper 3D like Toon Link game again. Honestly.
Yeah, like a 3D console Toon Link game, because there's been 3D handheld Toon Link games, but
Yeah, I don't know. Those ones are a little.
I
you
like
know.
Phantom Hourglass, even though it has its really bad parts. I've still not played Spirit Tracks.
I played through about 70% of Phantom Hourglass. But the first 2 hours or so, I played it like on the original game, like the original ROM, I mean, and then I eventually I was like, this touchscreen for everything thing is bothering me. So
It's a hard to get used to.
Yeah, I eventually downloaded a ROM hack someone made that allows you to move Link around with the controls, and it's like
Oh, shit.
way better. It's like way better.
I'll have to
Like,
look
it
into
plays-
that.
Yeah, it's like so much. It's such an improvement. Like
Guys,
it's still, you still have to do touchscreen stuff sometimes though, because you know obviously all the different gimmick items or whatever. But like, just having the option of not having to touch the touchscreen to do literally everything, just like makes so much difference on your hand fatigue.
Yeah. Wait a minute, I just realized something.
You've beaten everyone's
If
time.
Mindy's giving us these Goofy Goober tokens, then why is she asking that we need some to give her for the power-ups? I smell conspiracy.
I do what I can.
As do I.
Then how about beating
She's a
yours?
Goofy Goober token vampire.
Yeah.
Maybe the Goofy Goober tokens suck out the souls of of good old SpongeBob and Patrick here, and then when she asks for them back, she uses those as a catalyst to consume their souls.
She is truly a siren.
Yeah. But that explains why Patrick simps so hard. He doesn't know any better, and he's, you know.
We're back at the Thug Tug. We got the throw move, so now we can actually do this. Although, it doesn't like the,
It doesn't like the ceiling geometry.
Yeah, for the strong throw, so... Again, I didn't know how to do this mission. Because...
I think you have to stand on the thing and then throw it.
Yeah, I know, yeah. It wouldn't let me jump on it, so I just have to throw it again. But like I said as a kid, I couldn't figure out how to do the normal throw like that after upgrading it, so I thought I was just locked out of doing it. But no.
Just a little tap.
Yeah.
I think the Thug Tug is like one of my favorite levels.
Yeah, I really like it.
It's really good.
I really like how they made it.
I think it's probably got like the most fun platforming in this game, probably.
So there's a treasure chest down there, but I'm not gonna get it right now. Excuse me. Sorry, I guess it's still got a bad cough, which won't go away.
Yeah, my cough's been taking a while to go away too. Fortunately, it's been getting a little better as of late.
Yeah, I still have to take a lot of medicine for it, which sucks. Hurry up, this thing's gonna blow. Oh, come on.
This is pretty dastardly right here, what they're trying to have you do.
Yeah, I still think I
like it a lot though.
I still think the Mermaid Man one from Battle for Bikini Bottom was harder.
Oh, the one where you just have like to carry the fruit over the weird platform, like a walk across the tilting platforms or whatever.
Oh, come on! You serious? It exploded right as I threw it at it.
These fruit, they're rapidly expiring. Okay.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Through selective breeding, we have created a watermelon that lasts exactly 20 seconds after you pick it.
Huh. This is what science has done.
We have the technology.
We have technology. Whoa!
Well, that's momentum right there.
Yep. I don't feel comfortable walking through this electric field with it, so I'm just gonna throw it and jump. No, I didn't press the button that hard. What the hell?
It's kind of you gotta do like a little itty bitty baby tap.
Right. Oh yeah, and it was on the X button in Battle for Bikini Bottom too, and they changed it to the shoulder button.
Yeah, I don't know why they mess with the controls so much. That was like one of the only things that kind of bothered me about it. You get used to it eventually, but it's just like, why?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't want to throw it at that. You get out of the way. Oh, come on. It wasn't even turned on.
It's funny to me that when you get hit, the fruit explodes. But if the fruit gets hit, it's like, nah, I'm okay. Can you make it all the way to that distant platform?
No. It's,
explodes when it
explodes when it lands.
Okay. Gotta hurry, gotta hurry.
Oh, no, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. Ugh.
Close.
Ow! I've done it before. I'm gonna die, though.
Almost the same thing happened to you again. Yeah.
Those things are very inconsistent.
It's a tough one, for sure.
It is. I don't know why it hits the roof first. Maybe it's to prevent you from cheating or something like that, but...
My guess is there's just like an invisible wall or something.
Yeah.
I like how there's like certain things that we've just become like accustomed to that are like really weird when you actually think about it.
Yeah.
In video games, it's just like, oh yeah, invisible walls. Like, that's not. It's unfortunate that we've become so accustomed to something
Yeah.
that's so archaic and annoying. But
Right. I haven't.
games have to use simplified collision. Oh my
Yep.
gosh, you can really throw that thing.
Yeah.
That's far.
Go, 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 go. Oh, it just made it.
Whew, that's tight.
Yes. Oh, okay.
You alright there, Patrick?
Yeah. You couldn't believe it.
He's just like, I must glitch on this.
All right.
Have you ever played iNinja for the GameCube?
What's that?
Have you ever played iNinja for GameCube?
iNinja, no. Is that a GameCube
That's
game?
Yeah, it's a pretty solid like a beat 'em up 3D platformer for the GameCube.
Huh. Yeah,
Pretty
I've never heard of
underrated.
it.
Pretty underrated. It's pretty good. It has like punch out segments too, kind of.
Huh.
Pretty fun. If you ever feel like giving a like a 6th gen 3D platformer a try, that's a pretty solid one.
Okay.
To, visit.
Oh, I think I like this conversation here.
Well, that sounds
Yo,
easy. How fast can a clock
Defilized _.
Yo, what's going on,
What's
man?
up?
I like this one. That sounds easy. How fast can a clock go?
Patrick, don't you know that time flies?
No.
No.
Once I
I'm like,
didn't take out the garbage for a month, and it had flies. Is that what you mean?
I don't know why that's so funny. So this game, love it. Yeah, I love this game too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I love this. Like, no, but once I didn't take out the garbage for a month, and it had
You'll
flies.
have to fly along if you want to be this time.
See, even like, just like everything before season 4, even in like a crappy, well, not crappy, but even in like a you know, a very rushed licensed game, SpongeBob dialogue was still funny to a point, you know.
You know, it's funny you say it's like most nostalgic game. It feels like everybody I know, like everybody I've ever talked to about this game, SpongeBob here, has been like, oh yeah, I rented that from insert video store name here.
Yeah.
You know, I remember renting that from Blockbuster. I remember renting that from Family Video. You know, they're never like, oh yeah, you know, I bought that game and I was.
Well, I
played
did.
it so much, you know.
I bought this
Well,
game.
eventually, it's like one of those games that you rent and you're like, oh, it's actually kind of good, and then you pick it up at some point, you know.
Yeah.
Video game like rentals are kind of unfortunately like it's a sad thing that
I miss it.
Kind of like they're not really like there's still video stores here and there, but like they're very few and far between.
And you have like services like GameFly, I guess that still do it. But, like, I don't
Yeah,
know
but
anybody who
I don't
uses
know,
it. Yeah, I think you followed me before. I think you followed me the other day. Yeah. So welcome back. Just playing more of this game. Hopefully might beat it tonight. I'm not sure.
At the very least, you can beat the game. I don't know if you'll 100%.
Maybe not, but I want to try 100% it.
It's a pretty
You can do
solid
everything
order.
you can do everything before the final boss to do 100%. So.
Well, yeah, of course. I'm more just saying. There's a lot of time-consuming nonsense. Like,
Yeah.
yes, do this every slide 3 times. It's like, okay,
Yep.
that's like 20 minutes gone. You know.
Sorry for all my coughing today. I apologize. Ugh.
I try not to worry about it too much.
Yeah. I wasn't coughing that much yesterday, so I don't know why today's worse.
Could just be like a humidity thing.
I mean, it is really warm today for some reason.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. It's been very weirdly warm. Even here in like southern Michigan.
Yeah, it's like it was like 75, almost 80 today. So.
Yeah, I don't know why it's so hot in the middle of October.
And it was like it was really cold earlier this month.
Perhaps it's something to do with the the tropical El Nino or whatever.
Something. I don't know.
Maybe it's something to do with all that, causing the weather to be weird everywhere.
Global warming.
I heard that us in like northeastern U.S. are going to have a pretty harsh, like cold winter this year.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
So.
Yeah, I don't like snow. Like I like it when I don't have to drive in it, but I'm gonna have to drive in it, and it's gonna suck ass. So.
I don't really mind snow so much, but it can be annoying if it's like, you know, if it's like impossible to manage. Like I have to shovel the driveway and you know all that, so it's like
yeah. But I have to drive like 25 minutes to work, and it's gonna be really bad if the snow is really bad. So.
Yeah, really annoying. Hopefully it's hopefully the snow isn't too bad. I just heard that it's gonna be really cold.
Well, that's fine. I can deal with that, but.
I don't know how the precipitation is going to be, but with extra cold comes extra potential for snow, probably.
Yeah, I feel like that's the case.
You know what's worse? I feel like what's worse to drive in than snow is just like really like where it's like raining slush from the sky.
Have I seen that?
Where it's like slick on the road everywhere. Constantly.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's like the worst.
That is. Oh my god. Oh, I hate it.
We get that a lot here in Michigan, so. I'm
sure you do. I'm sure. Sure. As you go up north, it gets more like that. So. You're giving me a ring.
Yes, a whole lot of rings.
I don't want to make charming dialogue.
Yeah. Everything fell through the ground after season 2. I mean, after season 4 or 3. But like, I mean, they still had decent episodes of season 4. I'll give it up for that. But it's just.
It was like a very slow, stinky decline.
Yeah. It's just
and, like,
that.
Eventually, it's just like it was like evolved into completely flanderized versions of all the characters.
Yeah, and just I don't know. The voice acting wasn't the same either. Like it was still them, but it's just like they changed their tone completely. It's like. Literally, it went from season 1 through 3 was like it felt so like homemade, even though it was obviously like a produced syndication.
Right.
But
eventually, I think they also shifted to more digital tools as well.
Well, yeah.
But the whole.
But that happened after season 1 because they stopped doing hand-drawn spells.
Yeah.
Man, but that wasn't the reason why it went downhill.
That was actually the reason I loved the early like Rugrats so much, is that it's all like hand drawn and it's so weird and out there looking. Like
yeah,
they just don't make it like that anymore, and so nothing else is like it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like I'm looking at a relic of the past when I watch shows like that, and it's just like it's really interesting and it looks good. Like they really kind of figured it out. So.
Oil slick.
Nothing's worse than the ring expiring on you.
Oh yeah, right in front of your face. It's like, damn man.
Can be pretty mean in this game sometimes. I finished Vampire Survivors, by the way.
Oh yeah, I think I remember you saying that.
Yeah, I finished I got the last achievement, so I'm kind of just if I'm gonna keep playing it, I'll probably keep playing it casually to get the extra. Like there's like checklists for completing each stage with every character or whatever.
Okay.
So I might try to do that at some point, but I kind of just playing it casually because I don't have any achievement stuff to do. I hope that they continue to update it. It's a cool game.
We have 6 viewers right now, so I just want to say welcome to everybody who is here today. I appreciate it very much. Yeah, we got more SpongeBob, and I think I'll do one more stream this week, just in case anybody's wondering. Probably tomorrow, but that'll be it for a couple days because I got work. And we also have new emotes. I think I might need to get Nightbot another subscription in order for the emotes to appear, because I think that's why they haven't been showing up on my Nightbot notifications. But yeah, if you want to check out the emotes, you can. I appreciate you would like to subscribe. It helps me out a lot. This is something I want to do more often, so that's what I would be able to do that for. But I just appreciate everyone being here because it's just fun talking to everybody.
Yeah, I agree. I like hanging out I've had an interest in Twitch streaming before, but it's more just like I kind of just like to play video games, and Twitch streaming just adds a layer of complexity on top of that. It's not necessary really, but sometimes it is cool because you meet some cool people and stuff. I mean, obviously you met me through Twitch streaming.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Hopefully, that opinion is shared.
It is, yeah. Glad I met you here because you are a very, very nice individual and you know a lot, so I appreciate your knowledge.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I used to try. Back when I was like, a teenager, I tried to do Twitch back when it was like pretty new as well.
Yeah.
But I could just never. The problem really was that I wanted to do it with my friends at the time, and we would do like a small group of like 3 people. But the problem was like they just wouldn't commit to it. Is really all it was. So we would do like 2 or 3 streams, and then they just get wiped off the internet eventually because we would just be like, yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to do, trying to get my friends, to watch and stuff like that. Some other friends, but they got stuff they gotta do. They're busy, so I'm just doing it for myself now and for people I meet through this. So,
well, if it's a game I can talk about, I'll always be able to jump in.
Yep.
You have a limited time.
So.
All right.
So long as I'm free, obviously.
Yeah. Yep. I feel like this time trial is actually pretty hard.
It's really just annoying because of bouncing around, but honestly, the bouncing around can actually make you faster.
It can, yeah.
So sometimes if you have a big straight shot and there's an oil slick and you have a boost, you could like boost onto the oil slick and you'll actually get extra speed. So.
Shit, that's gonna hurt my time bouncing into those pillars.
I think I remember this one being a little tight though, yeah.
It is, yeah, it's gonna be tight. Just knowing when to use your boosts.
It's also extremely important to actually collect the boosts too.
Yes.
I like how those nitro icons look like something straight out of Crash Bandicoot.
Actually, I thought they were something like from Jimmy Neutron.
They kind of look like that too.
Oh, but yeah, I do get Crash Bandicoot vibe from that too.
Something about the way the balls for it are modeled.
The ball. The balls are inert.
Yeah. It looks very PlayStation to me for some reason.
Yeah. I mean, this game was on the PlayStation, so... PlayStation 2. Yeah, I think I remember struggling with this one when I was younger.
I remember when when I did this, what I ended up doing was I actually grabbed a literal stopwatch I had at the time, and I timed the paths through the level, and I ended up having to figure out which path was actually the fastest.
You remember which one was? I feel like the one I'm doing is the fastest.
I think you might be right, but it's been so long.
I don't even know if I should take the path that opens up on the 3rd lap when you go above the parking lot, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not really too sure.
Alright, so we have about less than a minute and 20 to get to the end here, so...
See, like, me and my Sonic kid brain was like, yes, the upper path is always the best path.
Yeah.
It's like, that's how it is in Sonic, so why wouldn't that be the case here? But...
Yeah, I think I'm gonna skip that for now. But, yeah, it's gonna be tight.
I seem to recall there being like one drop off of a ramp that's like you have to drive slow off the ramp to go low on the low path that is faster, but I can't remember where that is in the level. It might be this one, but I don't actually remember. It's been so long, you know. I don't know if this one's faster or not. I think it might be because it's tight. The turns are tighter, but it leads you to where you're going quicker.
You know what? That might have saved me there because I think we just made it.
Yeah.
I'm glad I picked that path. I'm glad I picked that path. So we saved about 10 seconds there. 10, 11 seconds.
Great job, guys. Now
I can give you something that I need from you later because I'm stupid.
These goofy goober tokens, they will steal your soul, and I will suck it out of them. The soul sucking Goofy Goober tokens.
Capitalism of the Goofy Goober.
Yep. We live in a capitalist
In
fish
this
society.
challenge, you can try beat your own best time. At last,
The
There's
ultimate
no actual
challenge.
consumption under capitalism except for Goofy Goober tokens.
All right.
Stuff here?
We have.
I mean,
how many tokens
You
do
could
we
just,
have?
unless there's any reason not to, I would just continue grinding out the extra things because,
I guess so.
yeah.
At least do the slide. At least do the slide ones in the driving. Yeah.
48
I was saying
or 52
because
or
I
something.
still would have to go back to do the Sonic Wave guitar challenges in some of the levels, but
I actually liked the Sonic Wave guitar challenges.
even though they're just more ring chat. I feel like they're harder to do because it's harder to turn the wave.
Yeah, it is, but for some reason I found them to be very fun. Something about that whole thing, like having to fly around, was pretty fun.
Get to the bottom
Hmm.
of the slide
I
as
don't know.
quickly as you can.
I think the
Maybe
Shell
I'm
City.
just,
Time.
I think the Shell City Dead Ahead level 1 is the hardest one. That one's really annoying because you go through like these walls that open up that have the rings in them.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, see, the thing is I agree. I think that was really hard, but I also think that it was really cool.
I guess so.
It was just like I didn't know that those pathways existed at all through the level, and then it showed me that they did, and I was like, whoa, you know.
But you
It
can
was
only
like
get
a cool.
It's only there for the ring challenge, but
Still, you know, it was just like, wow, that's they actually like put a lot of effort into that. That one was like, you know, entertaining at least. It was high effort. Unlike most of the ring challenges, which are just, we're gonna plop rings onto the same stage, and that's it.
He wasn't kidding.
I wonder if this is faster. Taking the trampoline.
This level I remember having a heck of a time with the ring challenge, but not with the time trial.
The time trial is okay, especially when you know where to go. But it is that 5-minute, 30-second timer just shows how long the level is.
I think I just did a lot of crazy jumps that you're not really supposed to do the time challenge, and that was like really easy.
Yeah.
You know. I think Sand Mountain is like the peak of this
I love the
gameplay
Sand
style.
Mountain.
Yeah,
That
from
level
the
was fun.
FPV. Sand Mountain is just like the best slides.
Life is extreme as you wanna make it.
Yeah. Do you plan on playing BFBB at some point? Or?
Absolutely. I actually wanted to do it before this, but I think we decided that hey, we want to just.
At least this one's a little shorter, so it's a bit easier to to knock out in like a couple of streams.
I asked my friend because he requested the SpongeBob games, and he said he wanted me to do the movie first, so I was like, okay.
Well, I mean, knock the hard thing out first, I guess.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah,
play
I'll do Battle for
are you
Bikini
gonna
Bottom at
do-
some point.
Are you gonna do the original or are you gonna do the remake?
That's a good question because I haven't played the remake in a while.
I picked up the. It's funny. My sister has the Switch version of BFBB Rehydrated.
I've seen footage of that and it's like it doesn't look that good.
It's a little rough. She got it
Yeah.
for cheap, but still, yeah. It's a little rough. There's a lot of sound bugs I've noticed.
Yeah.
In Rehydrated. I wish they'd fix them, but I don't think that game's going to get any patches.
No. I have the PC version. I have the PS4 version, so one of those two, I guess. But I can also do the original too because I own it. I feel like I want to do that one because it actually has glitches to show off that are fun because
like
I've
that,
seen
and then also like the nostalgia value is a little bit gone with the remake. Although it was just like really cool to see.
Oh yeah, I liked playing it again in the remake. It was fun.
Yeah, it was just like a cool, like I can't believe this exists, you know?
Yeah.
We live in a world, okay, where we got an official remake of Battle for Bikini Bottom.
I know.
And we don't live in a world where we got an official remake of Super Mario 64.
Right.
What the heck is going on with that?
You count.
Are we living in the good timeline or the bad timeline? I can't tell.
Do you want to count? Do you want to count?
Good jump.
Mario 64 DS? Because I count that.
I don't. I think that arguably just makes Mario 64 worse. There's still some cool content in it, but it just makes the game worse in general.
I think I'm gonna disagree with that because I like 64 DS, but.
Well, this is coming from somebody who's 100% at DS like 4 or 5 times.
Oh, okay. Okay,
yeah,
fair enough.
I love the DS game. I just think that it made the game. I just think it makes Mario 64 worse for a handful of reasons. Mainly the way that you have to like go and character switch a lot is annoying.
Yeah, unless you play as like Yoshi, maybe. But
I feel like it just adds nothing really substantial to the game. And then also there's that too. Like, okay, so if your solution is to play as Yoshi, then why even let you switch characters at all?
yeah.
It's like, if they wanted to let you switch, the whole idea was to like let you switch characters, then how about instead of doing that, you just let people like hot switch characters in mid game?
Yeah.
Also, like kind of hate that the game is like tries to sell itself on the fact that it has like some cool multiplayer a little bit. If you look at the box, and then if you actually try the multiplayer, it's basically like as shallow as it could possibly be.
Yeah. But it's cool because
imagine if they did it right. You know what I mean? Like if it was like 4 people could like hop into Mario 64 with like each playing as like Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, and Wario. Like all 4 people could connect their DSs together, and then they could all just like start collecting stars, and everybody would like share, you know, like, share assets or whatever. So if you're like, hey, you know, whoever's playing as Mario,
it's like
challenge, right?
Yeah, it's like the multi-world Zelda randomizer, you know. Ocarina of Time randomizer.
Imagine if they did it right. That's kind of my problem with Mario 64 DS. Is it just feels like, you know, it feels like it was like a tech demo for the DS, just to show off that the DS is capable.
And it was, and so was Mario 64 originally to an extent, but
the only thing,
that was
The only thing that I will say, for sure at least, is I love the minigames. the minigames
are fun. Although this one minigame I really like, it wasn't added until New Super Mario Bros. DS because they share the same minigames except they have a few extra ones.
Yeah.
I really like this Bowser Jr. Othello game, or Chinese sugar, so whatever it is. But you drop bob-ombs of a color and you try to like outmaneuver your opponents, and then it's a good multiplayer game.
Yeah.
I think I know what I know, you know what I'm talking about. So.
Yeah, I played New Super. I'm actually a big. This is one of those things. There's a lot of people who are like, New Super Mario Bros. Got stale. I'm one of those people who like played every single one and then also played a bunch of ROM hacks. I actually really like the New Super Mario Bros. Gameplay.
I like it too. Like I'll never say it's bad.
I'll definitely say that those people have a point. It just doesn't apply to me.
Yeah.
If you've never played newer Super Mario Bros. Wii, the ROM hack for
I've never played any. I've never played any ROM hacks for the new Super Mario Brothers games, but I should.
If there's one you should play, it's definitely the one newer for the Wii.
I'd like to play the ones with the new power-ups because that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, that one has Hammer Suit in it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. They did a good job. Also, the level design is just fantastic, and like it has like Mario Kart music and Mario Kart themes and stuff. It's like really cool.
I'm up for more 2D Mario gameplay.
Especially considering Nintendo hasn't put out a proper 2D Mario in fuck knows how long now.
And I feel like people are okay with that considering the state of their output of New Super Mario Brothers. So.
Well, I mean, we did get Mario Maker 2, and Mario Maker 2 does have a story mode, I guess. So
yeah. With original level design, so. But you can make your own level design in that game, so.
It's kind of a 2D Mario, but it's not really the same thing as 2D Mario Bros. But yeah, if you ever want to play that, let me know. I can send a ROM to you or whatever.
Well, yeah, we could probably get that going on the Wii U once I get that set up.
Yeah, if you need help with the Wii U modding stuff, I don't really talk about this much because this is like before I was into like Sonic Adventure modding. I was really into this is like when I was like a teenager, like middle school, like early high school. I was like super involved in the Wii. Rip. I was super involved in the Wii and like the Wii and then eventually the Wii U and like 3DS scenes for I used to like bug test like a lot.
Oh, okay.
Of this stuff. Like, the reason USB Loader GX is so stable is because I would report every bug. That's basically what happened. Like, a new release would come out and be like, there's like 7 issues, here you go. And then I would get into like IRC and help them debug the issues that I was running into.
Damn.
I even tested like stuff that was like in there that they didn't really think people would use much.
Oh,
I was like,
hi, dog. My
like
dog's
USB
like messy.
keyboard support and things like that. So I was always yeah.
Sorry, I might have to let my dog out here in just a moment. I'm not sure what he's gonna do. Hey, bud, what are you doing? It's just me and him in the house right now, so he's just a bit lonely. So he's just
maybe just collect a ring, put yourself in a safe spot, and then
yeah, a pause.
And pause.
Yeah, I'll be good here in just a second. It'll be all right.
Interesting thing. I'm a cat person, but dogs love me for some reason.
I'm like the opposite of you because I'm a dog person, but cats love me. So.
Well, cats seem to like me too, but the unfortunate thing is, despite me being a cat person, at least I think I'm allergic to cats.
Oh, okay. Well, it's sort of like my dad.
Yeah.
My dad's allergic to dogs, but he's able. It's not to a point where he can't live with the dog. So.
Yeah. I don't know how it is now. The last time I've ever really been around a cat was a long time ago. So.
Oh, okay.
I might have just grown out of it. You do grow out of.
Yeah, sometimes that can happen. Yeah.
So. See, back when I was a kid, I didn't have seasonal allergies. Now I do have seasonal allergies. So
oh yeah. I think I'm the same way. Because I think right now it's probably why the reason I'm sick is probably those seasonal allergies. So.
Part of it. Yeah. Did you take a COVID test?
I did when I was a lot sicker earlier, but they both came out
that's good.
negative.
Yeah.
So even though it felt like I had it.
Yeah, for me, COVID was pretty bad.
It was for me when I had it back in January.
For my sister and my mom, I mean, the reason I got it is my mom brought it into the house because she works, and my sister caught it after I caught it. And for me, like, the first night where I got it, like, I felt normal for, like, a couple of days. And then all of a sudden, it just went from, like,
it hit you hard.
Fine. It hit me like a truck. Like, I felt perfectly fine, and then suddenly I was like, I don't know, I'm feeling kind of like, I feel like I have the chills. And so I was like, I'll take a shower and eat some soup or whatever. And then I did. And like around the time I started eating the soup, dude, like my whole body just started screaming at me. Like my joints were all just in really bad pain. It was really bad.
Yeah.
That first night was like really rough.
Yeah.
I ended up I mentioned watching My Dress Up Darling, and that was the night I watched that because it was on my like rainy day list. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, I need something that is going to distract me from how terrible I feel. And it worked. It did distract me pretty good, but ooh boy, that was a bad night.
All right, now we're back to where I died.
I just didn't sleep because I couldn't. I was in pain, you know. So.
Yeah. But no, I just had a viral and bacterial infection. That's what was causing me. That was from like a couple weeks ago, and then my voice gave out last Thursday. So I could barely speak, but it got better by the end of the day. But like in the morning, I couldn't speak.
Yeah, I had a couple of days where my voice was a little bit weak, for sure. The main thing that was really weird is I didn't lose my sense of taste or smell, right?
Yeah.
But I had like, it was definitely like substantially weaker, and then also around the time I started getting better a little bit, like just a little bit, I started having like phantom tastes and smells. You know what I mean? Like I would be like,
oh yeah,
everything today smells sweet. Everything today tastes bitter. It's really weird. And then everything just kind of goes back to normal, and so now I'm feeling alright, so it's good.
I mean,
I'm happy that there's no like long-term issues
reward.
so far that I can tell.
Yeah, well, hopefully not from what a lot of experts are saying. It won't. I mean, it'll probably affect you. Might affect people bad later on in life, which isn't good, but.
Yeah, hopefully well, I mean, I feel like at this point, if you manage to avoid getting COVID, you're pretty lucky.
Yeah.
Especially because here in the U.S., it's just like, I don't know how it is in Ohio, but I'm assuming it's probably similar because.
Oh yeah, it's just No one gives a shit.
Everybody has just stopped caring. Like, so they're treating.
No one
it like
gave a
it's
shit
no
from the
work.
start here in this state, so.
Basically, well, I mean, there was like a brief period back in like 2020 where everything shut down for a while.
Oh, I mean, yeah, when that happened.
Everybody
yeah.
was freaking out, and then, you know.
And now people think it's all made up, and it's just like, yeah, right. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Not a fan of that whole thing.
Nope. But we got, I think we beat this time last time. But I remember this one being pretty tight as well. The 4-minute and 10-second timer.
Yeah, I have no idea if that's actually faster or not.
Yeah,
it seems like it should be faster, but the problem is you descend so slowly.
Yeah.
See, I would always try to jump off to the right here and land on those platforms way down there.
But can you? I thought there'd be a death plane.
I seem to recall being able to do it somehow.
If I die again and have to restart, I'll try it, but yeah.
I do remember being able to do it. At least a couple of times I managed to do it, so.
Like, if I feel like if I did it down here, I wouldn't be able to do it. But...
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what the death planes
Oh,
are.
hang on. I died, so we'll try it.
And see if you can make those crazy jumps.
Or... I don't think I'll...
Well, I mean, it'll put you back on the course, but...
I don't think I'll have enough time to beat it by that point anyway.
Yeah, Rock Slide is like one of those ones where I'm like, I think that the course is kind of fun, but the aesthetic is just like, it gets boring after a little bit.
Get down the stairs in less than the manly time, and you will be rewarded.
Alright. I forget where the point was. I think I know which ones you're talking about there, but we'll see. But I feel like the death planes are pretty restrictive in this level.
I seem to recall being able to make some pretty crazy jumps despite them, even so. It just took like a bit of trial and error, you know? Kind of like that one where you jumped off the cliff and landed in the mouth. Like, there's stuff like that.
Yeah, but I feel like that was a lot shorter of a range than the ones we're talking about here.
Yeah, I think it was like, if I recall, I would.
Where do you want me to jump off? Right here?
I would be somewhere like right here and then landing down below. But it's just like hard to see.
No, it's
and
not.
Also, yeah, there's some pretty rough death planes. Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna work.
I'm pretty sure if you like look up a video of like fastest times, you'll see like the crazy.
I'm sure we will.
But
we're just gonna do it straight.
It's been so freaking long. There's no way I would remember them. It's been what, like, gotta be at least like three-ish years since I played this game.
Yeah. Well, last time I played this game according to my save file was 2018, so almost 5 years ago. Which I guess isn't too long in the grand scheme of things for playing a game like this.
How is that for you?
I like SpongeBob and Patrick's random quips throughout the level. I think they're funny. It's just with those like those undersea vents popping up like that. Like you can just smell the sulfur. I'm gonna just
like there's definitely something very visceral about the aesthetic of this stage.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm going to have to destroy it using my sulfur vision. My god. I will use this path here because I believe this is a shortcut, so.
I don't remember. Yeah, I'll be honest. I remember doing the other stage. Like, what was that stage called? The driving one you just did a few minutes ago.
Yeah, the parking lot level.
Yeah. I remember that one with all the oil slicks and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't remember too much having to strategize in this because I think I just found like one really good jump skip and I think I just used that repeatedly.
Yeah.
And that was like more than enough to get the time.
I find that the ring paths. No.
Rip.
Damn it. I'm gonna see if I can still make it. Because I feel like I could.
Be right back.
Okay. Okay, now I'm not gonna make it now. Restart.
Get down the slide in less than the manly time, and you will be rewarded.
What if? No, there's a death plane.
Get down the slide in less.
God, I wish this cop would go away, man.
How is that for you?
I can see my rock from here, but we're underground. We are below the sea level that you were at.
Do you have any treats? Sayonara. She wasn't kidding.
Oh, I got it. Try for the balls. Look out. Coming through. I'm so sorry for coughing. Ah.
And I'm back.
Alright. I managed to do a few skips, so we are on our way down.
Alright. That's pretty good.
Take that, you big monster thing.
Many choices, so little time.
And turn around. There we go. Should be making it in time, I think. I feel like, oh, never mind. I was like, I thought I could make it, if I went inside here I could do a shortcut, but I don't think so. I think the paths take you there anyway. Yeah, we're, ooh, actually.
It's gonna be tight, but I think
It's gonna be tight. I don't know. Oh no.
I think you have it. I think.
No, 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 no!
Oh. It goes.
Get down the slide in less than the manly time, and you will be rewarded.
Bro. You fucking kidding me?
Man, that was.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
What do I need to do? That's pretty much how I would do it normally.
I will refer to the YouTube video. Let's see.
Alright. Give me your tips.
How would that be?
Video from 9 years ago, they got 328. So what do they do? They gotta do some sort of crazy trick. Let's see what the crazy trick is. Alright. So far, a lot of cutting corners and doing weird jumps.
Okay.
What is that trick?
Uh-oh. Try to explain what he did if you can.
Okay, like right at the beginning of the course. You know how there's that part where you're jumping on the platforms that spin?
Yeah.
Like right away?
Yeah.
He jumps off of the left platform, bounces off of the sea eel, and lands on the platform on the other side.
What the fuck? Okay.
It's actually like really cool. I kinda wanna see you try to do it if you fail.
Okay.
So, you should give it a shot if you fail again. That's actually a pretty good skip.
Okay.
I can't believe he did that.
I probably, if I saw it, probably wouldn't either.
I don't know if that saves a lot of time or not, but it looked cool. It sure looked cool.
Let me see. I feel like I can do. I can skip a part if I go in here.
To answer your question, trampoline is faster.
Okay.
About that one trampoline that's like weird.
Okay. Oops. Maybe not. Hang on. Okay. No, it's just taking me to the same place.
Both trampolines are faster.
Both trampolines are faster. Okay.
Okay, after he hits the second trampoline, he just kind of sails off the cliff.
Does he like take a hard? Does he take a hard right to do it?
Yeah, he's kind of sails off the cliff, and then, well, there's like a turn that goes to the left.
Yeah.
After he hits the second trampoline, he goes up to the platform, and then he kind of, he just like, where the turn starts to happen, he just kind of sails off, and then veers to the right, right after he falls off.
Okay.
And he kind of like lands on the platforms below. Like the camera's a little funky, so it's hard to do.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty solid shortcut. Seems like a pretty important one.
Yeah.
He actually does a lot of like sailing off of cliffs instead of jumping off of cliffs.
Oh, I'm not gonna make this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he does that, but he definitely does.
Yeah, we're not gonna make this one. All right.
Oh, that's interesting.
All right, so let me try that trick.
Yeah, I'd love to see you give it a shot. He bounces off like the leftmost like third hump of the eel guy. You'll see when you get there.
All right.
Like you'll if you sail on.
Does it do a damage boost?
I don't know if it's damage or not. I don't think it is. I think he just bounces off the tail. It's this first section right here. It's like you jump off the first platform and then bounce off of the tail.
Oh, well, yeah, it's a damage boost.
I guess it is. I guess in this case it is. But it's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, that saves a lot of time.
Okay, and then he definitely hits this trampoline.
Yep.
And then he kind of proceeds normally, like in the same way you've been doing. So like
Yeah.
when you go into the eel area, the eel section, you're still doing the. You've been doing the thing where you jump off the.
I jump up to the right, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
so
that's the ring challenge taught me to that, so.
Yeah, that's a good strat. That's the way he does it. As far as I can tell, there's no other shortcuts that he took other than playing it.
We
like,
have saved a
he
lot of
does
time.
Yeah, he does a lot of yeah, definitely saved a lot of time already. So he definitely hits this. He hits the next trampoline as well. It's a little bit still though.
And then after getting to the point
He
where
goes right, and then as soon as he gets here, he like sails off the cliff, like right about there, and then turns. And then lands down there somewhere.
No. Okay.
Well, at least now you know what the trick is, right?
Yeah. Does he jump or just not?
He kind of sailed off, and then I think he like immediately like shortly after sailing off, he jumps twice to like get into that like spinny state, you know?
Oh, okay.
It's kind of hard to explain, but I think
I think I know what you're talking about, though. But now we know the eel skip, so.
Yeah, eel skip will probably save just enough time for you to always get it, though. Even if you just played the course normally.
Yeah.
This guy got like a 328 or something, so. Hopefully you can. If good thing is that eel skip is right at the beginning.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Woo. Good job.
I think I could do that pretty consistently, so.
Doesn't seem like a very hard one, just seems like an effective one. I think what you need to do is when you sail off the cliff, you need to sail off a little bit more to the right as well.
Okay.
So like before the turn, like not quite, but like before the boxes. You know,
before the boxes, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. If you want to give that a second try at least. But yeah, I mean, geez, that must have saved you like 30 seconds almost.
I think so. I've never done that before, so.
Some nice shiny new tricks.
Yeah.
From 9 years ago.
9 years ago. Alright. Let's try it. I'll do right between here. Yeah.
Can you get the turning?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Alright. I think from here he kind of just more or less
play the level normal, yeah.
There is like one more goofy skip that he does, but I don't think you need to do that. I think you can just play the level normally.
Yeah. Just for the time.
Just to, try not to die. But, yeah.
Right.
We'll have to see what your final time ends up being. You know what I always hated is sometimes my controller back when I was playing this game as a kid would send double A button inputs, like, and I would do my double jump.
You know what? Sometimes is that just your controller? Because sometimes I feel like that happens to me sometimes.
Yeah, that happened a lot to me when I was a kid. It doesn't happen to me as much now, but I think controllers are a little better than they used to be. Sometimes.
Yeah, because I'm using the Smash Ultimate GameCube controller.
I can't remember what the other trick he did was, but I think he actually dodges a death plane, so it's probably not worth trying.
Yeah. Ow.
So many choices, so little time. Well, that was different.
Yeah, this should take us right to the end here. I think we have about 30 seconds ahead of schedule
About
here.
30 yeah, about 30 seconds ahead from where you were last time. Oh yeah, you're gonna make it no problem. Nice. Well, that was a solid skip to learn.
Yeah, definitely.
Makes this a little bit more trivial. So let's see, that must have shaved off.
About 20 so seconds.
18 to 20 seconds, something
That
like
was
that.
great sliding.
Cool. Well, there you go.
All right, well, we're done with that.
Just needed one more skip to pass. But you actually managed to get 2 skips, so good job. Better than not doing anything. I mean, we're up to 46 goober tokens.
I understand.
Pretty
Try
good.
our best to best.
I've got about 2 hours until I have to make dinner, so.
The bestest.
Oh.
He said bestest. Like Xenoblade. Patrick said bestest.
Nice.
Just try beating.
All right. Next, Frozen Lava Desert. We can do this one because we have the throw move now. And that would clear out the trench level.
Yeah. So yeah, I have until about 8 p.m. Around 8 is when I'm gonna make dinner, so I'll probably
okay.
dip out around then. But
That's
I'll be
fine.
back. I don't know how long the stream was actually gonna take though, because realistically, I feel like you're not that far off from just completing the game.
Yeah, no, I think it might take maybe another 2 hours, but
It's tough to say. If you're, as long as there's not a lot, not a lot of failures.
yeah.
Should be pretty good.
Just like walking on ice cream.
I can just walk over there. I don't need to.
Just have a second freezy fruit for safety.
Yeah. Yeah, we're done with this level. The only thing here is the Sonic Wave guitar, which you don't have yet.
Sunday driving. Well,
Sunday
we could do
driving.
Sunday. You know what? We could do Sunday driving time challenge. It's not that
Yeah.
bad.
I know. It's just like, oh man, do I have to?
It's
like, yeah.
definitely annoying, but if we knock out all of the extra shit right now, then when you get to that point where she's like, you need the paddy wagon, you'll be like, I don't have to do anything. Yay.
Yeah. I mean, I've done that
For another
before.
challenge, eh?
Yeah.
That's right. Real men.
Real
like
men
a
like a
challenge.
challenge.
And cookies.
If you say
And cookies.
So, Bob.
I mean, that's true. The cookies part is true, though.
Yes.
I'll give you a
That's why
You know,
Patrick
it's
like,
funny you say that. I literally just ate cookies a minute ago.
yay, cookies are good.
So much.
Had some of
I need to
those,
go have some, but I don't have any on me, so I'm like, no.
Yeah, I had some. What are they called? The fudge stripe.
Oh, I love those. What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, they're good.
I haven't had those in so long. Oh my god.
They're like, yeah, Keebler fudge stripe. That's what it is.
Yeah, holy shit.
They're
I
not
haven't had
that
those in so long.
expensive.
I know, but I just haven't had any.
I'm a big fan of the Keebler fudge grams a little bit more, but for some reason those really hit the spot. I was like giving something sweet, so I was like, you know, I'm gonna grab something to eat. Turned out pretty good.
And there's a hidden pathway through here. The
It's
shortcut.
actually, I don't know if that's faster, but we'll see.
I think it's faster because it looked like it didn't take as long as to get through that tunnel at all.
Yeah, probably.
Sorry, I'm losing steam
The
here.
cough
Yeah.
is causing
Yeah.
the
So I took cough medicine today. I took my antibiotic. It's just like, what the hell is going on? Oh god, please do not die. I hate the gumballs in this level. They're way too accurate.
they're really obnoxious, that's for sure. Oh, that was another treasure chest that you missed.
Yeah, I don't feel like picking it up right now.
I don't blame you. Although this one's not as tight as the last time challenge.
No, I mean I could probably pick it up, I guess, on the next lap, but I take this shortcut here. Monsters! Oh my god!
No, that's 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
I think there's like 3 on this stage, or is there 4?
I think I already picked up one of them. Oh, we can actually see, actually. Yeah, 2 out of 3. Ugh.
At least it's nice that bonking into walls doesn't take your Krabby Patties.
Oh yeah, that'd be shitty. The music in this, again, the music is just too good in these levels.
As I said last time, for any viewers, if you join the Discord, there's a download for the soundtrack of this game.
Absolutely, yeah.
If you want to hop into the Discord, it's in the Sponge Coasting channel.
Yes.
I'm sure Nightbot will
Nightbot will do something.
At some point, so.
I think it has to have like 2 lines of chat to do it. But I'm not sure.
I typed that this is beans, but Nightbot doesn't seem to be too happy about it.
I hope I didn't take the slower path. Ah, no.
That's rough.
Yeah.
I wrote, now you're driving with sandwich.
I was having a sandwich. Sandwiches.
Yeah, I had an epic sandwich yesterday. We went to Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's is great.
Yeah, we picked up. I picked up their club. Got it.
Oh, that's my favorite too. Although I just don't like any like mayo or anything on it, so.
I get it how it comes because I feel like a lot of times these sandwiches are always they have them perfected.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you get it how it comes, it's like better.
Yeah, I just don't like mayo, so.
A lot of people don't like mayonnaise. That's probably the one That's probably the one thing on there that, to be honest with you, I feel like the mayonnaise is like you can't even really taste it anyway.
Yeah, I'm
for me,
picky.
for me, it's like the important thing is getting the juice, quote unquote.
Oh yeah.
The oil and the vinegar.
Mhm.
That's what keeps the sandwich from getting too dry.
Ah, yeah, it does.
Yep.
And it's like one of the few sandwiches. It's like one of the few sandwich places where I can save it for later in the fridge and it still tastes pretty okay. So.
Yeah, they're just. I ate the whole thing. It was fantastic. It's very good.
Yes, Jersey Mike's is very good. Please sponsor me.
Helps if you have a very good one nearby too.
Oh yeah, there's plenty around here.
We'd love to take your challenge.
And Goofy Goober tokens.
Give me your tokens. Also, did you notice that my I should have pointed this out last time, but did you notice my channel point icons are Goofy Goober tokens?
I have noticed that, yes.
This has been a thing for a while, but I don't really do much with channel points. I did when we did Xenoblade too, but since we're not playing it, I'll get back to it eventually.
I'm putting you on the spot.
All right, wishes. I wish we knew that earlier. That's from Shanghai.
Yep. Okay, so that one's used up, so that means if I do it again, now you have to come up with a different quote. But
I know, but don't spam it. Let's just put a timer on that shit.
I mean, I have probably more channel points than any other single person, probably.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't realize it, but everyone's building them up automatically, so.
I have 25,000.
Yeah, you got plenty.
Yep. I use Better TTV, and Better TTV clicks the little button for me automatically too. So.
Bro.
Well, that's it. You missed the ring. You're dead.
Since this level is 3 laps, it feels even longer.
The game doesn't have bad air physics, but Rocket League, this is not.
No.
Yeah, my buddy Winter is like Rocket League guy. Like he used to be really good, but I don't think he plays as much anymore.
Oh, okay.
The whole like Rocket Pass thing is like annoying, and I think he was part of like a group and it like fell apart. So.
Oh yeah, that's happened. I feel bad for people in groups that just fall apart. You know, like just due to the
well, they
carelessness
even had, like, they were doing like a whole
person.
esports thing, and like basically at some point the leader of the group sold the group to oh you I think you go that way, huh? Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, the group kind of like imploded or something because the leader sold it to this one guy, and Winter was like doing like a lot of the work for the group, and the leader who sold it never offered it to Winter, I don't think, and there was this whole like, drama about it, and Winter was like, you know, working on all kinds of stuff. Like he had his mom's like a graphics artist, so he had her do the logo and everything. And,
Okay.
Like, there was like a whole argument about the logo, and then I think at some point, like because there was a whole bunch of CG and everything at this point produced for the logo, and like it was like this whole thing. It was very dramatic. I remember.
Damn.
I don't even play Rocket League, but I used to hang out in there because there were cool people there, you know.
Yeah.
So. The irony is after this happened, Winter was kicked out of the group, and then the group immediately died. Like
Immediately what? It died?
Like it just immediately died after Winter was gone.
Oh damn!
I feel like Winter was really doing a lot of the groundwork for things, and they just didn't realize how important he was.
Yeah.
So it was kind of funny that it just kind of imploded. What's even funnier is not only did the sponsor. The sponsor for the group, what was it? Indie Gaming League or whatever. I think they closed.
Oh, Indie Gaming League. Okay.
Yeah. I think they closed too. So.
Okay.
I think, yeah, a lot of this is, it all kind of fell apart.
Damn, that's sad.
So. I thought that was interesting. I wasn't really super involved, but as an outsider, I was like, yeah, you guys are, I can attest you guys are being certifiably stupid right now. This is basically what happened. Like, I don't really talk in there much, I just kind of lurked. And I just came out of the woodwork out of nowhere while this argument was going on in the chat, and I was like, hey, I don't really talk much in here, but I'm a friend of Winter's, and I can tell you guys are all being certifiably retarded.
Jeez.
So you guys should stop before you wreck everything, and of course that just made them more angry. So it's like telling an angry person to calm down, you know?
Yeah, that's not a good idea. Oh shit!
It was pretty funny though. Their response was very hilarious. So I wish I still had the screenshots. I don't think I do. It's a funny thing though.
After this ring challenge, I'm gonna go take some cough medicine because it's getting bad. I'm getting annoyed with myself.
Yeah, I'm one of those people who when they have a cough, I'm like mind over matter, force myself to not cough.
Yeah.
Because it's actually like, believe it or not, I believe at least that it helps you not keep a cough for as long. It seems to work out for me, but obviously it's like kind of hard to force yourself in some cases.
Yeah.
Especially if you have to talk or whatever. Makes it
Yeah, like I am now.
Yeah. I think you've got this though.
Oh yeah. As long as these ice cream balls don't hit me.
Oof. It doesn't take you through that path even once?
No. Although it's very obvious you can go through there, so it doesn't really need to tell you with the rings to go through there.
Still, I'm surprised they didn't do it. Seems like they would. Make sure.
Okay, this is gonna be the hardest part. This is gonna be the hardest part right here.
Well, I mean, the path that you're going through is like so thin that it's like kind of hard to miss.
No, but I've missed it before. And ran out of time. Oh.
Woo! Close. Okay. All right. Oh, thank God they didn't put one in the air.
Oh my god, shit.
Could you fucking imagine if they did that?
Yeah. I'm just gonna take, oh god, I took 2 hits there, what the hell? Okay. That was worth it.
Woo!
So, alright, I'm gonna take a break just for a minute to get some medicine.
Now you're driving with sandwich. Krabby sandwich.
Krabby sandwich. Krabby sandwich sounds weird.
You go the new dollar menu deal at the Krusty Krab, the Krabby sandwich.
I haven't done an episode on that.
Instead of producing regular Krabby Patties, it's just the lettuce from the Krabby Patties on a piece of white bread.
Yeah. Okay, I'll be back in just a second. Okay, I'm back.
And welcome back.
Yay. So, I guess I should talk about my schedule in the upcoming weeks. So, or actually, I want to ask you a question because you're gonna get Sonic Frontiers, right?
I don't know if I'll be buying it at launch, but I'll probably pick it up at some point or another.
What will you be getting it on? Will you be getting it on PC or console?
Definitely PC.
Okay, because I'm just not sure if my current specs would be able to run it okay.
As far as I understand, it'll probably run on garbage hardware because they're porting it to the Switch also. So.
Yeah, I know. It's just like I want it like a decent. Like I just want it to run at 60 FPS. I don't even need too many high definition shit. But
well, I mean, I'm guessing that if you could run Sonic Forces at 60 FPS, you'll probably be able to run this.
okay,
Seems like it.
I'll give it a shot. I might dude, I still gotta pre-order his Pokemon, dude, which I'll probably do at some point. But I took day off. I'm gonna be taking a day off for Sonic Frontiers and Pokemon launch days. But that's like the only times I'm gonna be able to take time off for.
When does that come out anyway?
Which one?
Frontiers?
November 8th, which is like 2 weeks.
Oh wow, it's surprisingly closer than I thought.
Yep. And then Pokemon comes out November 18th.
Look at that.
But
Sonic Frontiers is full $60. I don't know about that one.
No, okay. Yeah, I gotta think about what platform I want to get it on because I don't want to get it on PC and then turns out not be able to run it because of my specs. But
let me read the specs. This is the recommended specs.
okay.
Minimum specs are an i5, 3rd gen i5 or a Ryzen 5 1400.
I can't
and
remember what processor I have.
And then the recommended graphics are a GTX 660 or AMD HD 7870.
So I
that's
have
minimum.
I have a Radeon RX 570. Is that not going to be able to do it?
I would imagine that the RX 570 is comparable to a GTX 1650, so it should be fine.
Okay. But I don't know what my processor is. I forget what it is. I looked at all my boxes for him, but I didn't see one for my processor.
If you want to check on your computer, all you have to do is press Windows plus R and then type msinfo32.
Okay. Will do in just a moment.
My computer is probably like on the cusp of not being able to run this game, but I think it'll run probably fine. And when I say not being able to run, I mean like I would prefer not to play the game at 720p 30 probably.
Yeah, I would not either. At least
but
I can do 1080. I would like 1080p 60. I don't need anything better than that.
Yeah, that's my ideal as well. But I don't plan on picking up at launch because $60 is pretty steep.
Ooh, that's a lot.
for a Sonic game.
Yeah.
I've been burned by Sonic enough times, you know.
Me too.
Origins was like, why did it have to not be good, you know?
I'm gonna skip this path because I'm not taking it. I think we'll just make it.
Did you know that Battle for not Battle for Bikini, but in this game there was a cut Goofy Goober level?
Yeah, like another one like the original Goofy Goober boat.
Yeah. It was supposed to have like some. It was supposed to be a theme similarly to this stage.
Yeah, it's like a theme park.
Sandwich driving. Yeah. As far as I understand it.
This is the final challenge on this track. You can try to beat your own time.
We are the fastest sandwich on.
You're the only sandwich on the road.
Unless she's gonna give you a Goofy Goober token.
Yep. All right, let's do Google Eyes and Smelly Knickknacks challenges.
This is pretty easy. So.
Yeah, I think they're all pretty easy. Especially now that you don't have to build your own path again. Because it's already set up for you.
Down there again?
We already made it out. Why would we want to do that?
I'll reward you.
Then duty called.
Excellent.
Alright, let's go.
The good thing is right after the game releases, you'll be able to find out how it performs because you can usually just look up YouTube videos of people running it to find out.
Yeah.
So, I'll probably be doing that, but I don't know if I'm gonna be buying it at launch. I have the money, I guess, but
Yeah.
I just don't know if I care.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, I just don't know if I should just go safe and go PS4 or something. I don't know. It's just, I hate the generational gaps. Especially when newer consoles cost way too much.
They're also like impossible to get your hands on still.
That too. And that was never usually the case back in the day, so.
Now I know how my ancestors felt.
Well, usually, you know, like the Wii came out and it's like, yeah, you know, it's hard to get one for like a year,
Yeah.
right? But then it's like, oh yeah, you know, now it's so much, there's so many of them and there's so much of them everywhere that it's impossible to not run into one. You know, like you'll just like walk into a store and then you'll come walking out of the bathroom and you'll trip over one, you know?
Right.
It's like, they're everywhere. That's not so with anything this generation, it seems like. Well, maybe the Xbox Series X is pretty common at least. But,
Oh yeah, I can find that, thankfully, but.
The PS5 is just like, it doesn't
PS5 's
exist. And
stupid.
it's just like a dumb console to exist, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think they released it too early.
They released it not only too early, but they also just haven't like, there's just no justifying games for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Although I feel like, I don't know how, but it's somewhat, I don't know how it's somewhat better than the PS3 at launch. I feel like but the PS3 I feel like had games though.
Yeah, PS5 doesn't really have games. People buy it and then they use it to watch Netflix and then also to play PS4 games.
Yeah. And play
It's
Call
like,
of Duty,
okay.
which you could do on like,
Are you up?
I think we've jumped through enough hoops for you, Mindy.
Then how about
if people just buy it and play Call of Duty, this is like, okay. I feel like you don't I feel like people, like the very like casual market, and I say casual in terms of like, the only video game we know is Call of Duty. Is like, they buy a PS5 for that single game and like, that's it. Like, they don't even know how to use a game console properly. With buying more games than just the ones they keep playing all the time. I don't know. I think I'm projecting on some things of it, but I don't know.
I don't know, man. I've like lost interest in buying major consoles ever since I realized that PC is just better in every fathomable way.
Yeah.
And I'm like technically minded, so the amount of tinkering needed doesn't really bother me in the slightest. I can understand consoles for people who are like, I don't know how to use a mouse, alright? But
Yeah.
for people who are like, you know, people like me who have been using a computer since they're like, you know, 8.
I think anybody should have a basic computer use. It's just knowing that, oh wow, I can play games too. Oh shit.
Oh, you tried. At least you got the treasure chest.
The death music was playing over itself. That was weird.
Yeah, I've noticed that happens sometimes. I think it happens when you hit 2 death flames.
Yeah.
Now I know how my ancestors felt.
So this is a bit before I met you, because I wasn't in the stream much back then, but did you play Kirby in the Forgotten Land?
Yeah, I did.
That was good.
It was fun.
I 100%ed it in like the first week and haven't touched it since, but
I didn't do the
I enjoyed it a lot.
I didn't do the true arena, but
Oh really? It's actually not that bad, believe it or not.
yeah, it didn't seem too bad. Especially with the sword upgrade, but
I actually think that the hardest one in the series, for my money, was the Robobot one.
the hardest one, you said?
Yeah, that one was pretty
Yeah, I agree. That one's pretty hard. Although I like using poison Kirby.
Poison Kirby is good. I think my favorite was Archer for that.
I think the way to go if you want to like do it is just, it's the slow methodical way, but it's the safest way is to use an ability that gives you like an invincibility guard or like, you know, like leaf or
like
something like that.
Archer, for example.
Yeah.
I remember. I think the arena in Triple Deluxe is pretty easy. The one in there's like so much content in Star Allies that I just haven't experienced.
I think that true arena's pretty hard.
I haven't done that one, but you know, I have a lot of Kirby on my back burner for Star Allies because there's just like all the content updates that it got.
Wait, hey!
Did you just walk straight through?
Yeah, what? Nuh-uh. No. That just didn't that did not just happen. What the fuck?
I guess the game is like, this is
the game gave up.
Challenge,
the game
so.
just stopped. Said no. That's bullshit. That is bullshit.
I saw that too. There's no doubt about it. You went straight through it.
Oh my god.
That's like one of those. It's one of those things that it's like.
The game literally just reached out and slapped me in the face and said "fuck you" to me. I can't believe that shit, man.
See if I can clip that.
Please clip that. That needs to be seen.
Where is the Twitch clips editor? I'm doing it for a second.
I guess there's like starfish in those tanks down there, and I guess they comment on things because I just heard a voice clip for one. But they're literally all just Patrick's models naked in different colors. Okay. I'll have to say that. I thought that happened again, but no.
I guess practice makes perfect. You learn this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I clipped it for you.
Thank you. Can you put it in the chat?
Generating. It's publishing, it says.
Oh, okay.
Give it a second, I guess.
Towels shoved in our mouths. Yeah.
Well, don't worry. If you beat the manly time down the slide, you'll be the manliest man on the beach. Except for him.
Collision?
Except for-
What is collision?
Or like rings do not exist. Or ring.exe has experienced an error and needs to shut down. So I think I did this in 145 last time, so if I just did the same thing again, I should be able to beat this.
I'm gonna post that to the Discord also.
Please do.
Where is the Twitch? Do we have a clips channel?
Stream highlights. Yeah, I would do
Yeah.
that. Can you post in there? I hope you can.
Sure can. I have
Okay.
mod. We're good. That was.
That was so fucking stupid.
I was talking about Kirby Star Allies at the time.
We're almost to an upgrade.
Like, it's even funnier watching it again.
Yeah,
Wow.
especially with my reaction too. Oh,
So funny. Why?
the game's like,
How did that
nope,
even-
you didn't do it. Nope, you have to do it again.
How did that even happen?
I don't know.
Wow. You really got.
I just literally
I
got
mean,
the middle. I got the middle finger by the game.
The game was just like, haha, you thought you were done with these ring challenges. Well, Proto Blues 12. You will meet. You will meet us. You will meet me. The lack of collision. And then you just like collision.
Yeah, 145 again. I did it. I did the exact same thing. So.
Congratulations.
Yeah, nice job. Well, that knocks out all of the slides, I guess, right? That's the last one?
Yes, that is correct. There's only one more driving mission left.
And that one could be annoying, but I think the hardest thing left for you to do now is probably the Sonic Wave guitar in the what is it?
Shell City Dead Ahead.
Yeah, that's like the tough one. The one in the Goofy Goober place is not too bad.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get that upgrade right now and then go back and do those, and then we'll do the Planktopolis.
Nice.
And that should only be like another hour.
I don't know if it'll take you even that long. It'll probably be like, I think you could get it in a couple of tries, probably.
Yeah. No, not the Sonic Wave guitar, but like the whole Planktopolis level is probably an hour.
SpongeBob,
good job.
You've got enough Goofy Goober tokens for me to teach you a new ability. You have a special power that you can use.
I do.
Yes, you have the power of music.
Power of rock.
257.5 watts of ear-splitting metal! The power of music!
You can steer the Sonic Wave.
This is just the cruise bubble from the last game. Reskinned.
Yeah.
Oh, SpongeBob, I knew you could do it. But my father is already at the Krusty Krab 2 on the other side of Planktopolis.
Oh no! There are bucket heads everywhere!
She's just sitting there doing her nails in her bedroom while the world is in turmoil.
Yeah.
Controlling the bucket heads using those
And then occasionally SpongeBob calls her and she's like, Goober tokens or die.
Yeah.
Get it on.
Alright. Meanwhile, we're gonna go back. Also, we need to do the Chocolate Creek level 2.
Oh, that's the is that a throw puzzle?
You can do that, or you can use the Sonic Wave guitar.
Okay.
I've done both.
I think wave guitar is probably easier.
Yeah.
Of course, they
And also with
send you
SpongeBob, with SpongeBob's B move, you can stay in the air for a bit longer too. So.
Oh wow, good job. That wasn't too bad. Oh, I love this thing. I remember this is cool.
Yeah.
I like this stage.
Although those spinny things remind me of like pretzel sticks for some reason, like pretzel rods.
I think that's what they were going for, actually.
That's weird. I mean, chocolate covered pretzels aren't a new thing, so.
Chocolate covered pretzels are delicious.
Yeah.
I need to get me some of those soon. In Goofy, we trust.
And give it. Yes, I love that. I love that detail on it. Where's your god now? I'm Goofy.
How did you forget to do that one anyway? It's like, huh.
I don't know. I just thought I think I just thought it'd be more I think I just thought it'd be more convenient to do it when I had everything I needed to beat the whole level, so.
Right. Alright. Well. Time for the good old ring challenge. Return of the ring challenge. The return of the revenge.
I'm ready, depression.
This one's not too bad.
No, the first one's not too bad, but they get increasingly harder. Alright, let's do it. Yeah, so it's literally the cruise missile from the Battle for Bikini Bottom, so not too hard to control. I mean, sometimes it can be, but
I mean, if you're good enough to beat the game, Battle for Bikini Bottom,
yeah,
you're probably good enough to do this.
Yeah.
Because like at the end of the SpongeBob robot boss fight, you have to do Cruise Bubbles tunnels.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, that thing is in the way. That's stupid. Alright, and then a hard left here, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, this one's pretty short too, so the other ones are really long.
I think Shell City Dead Ahead is the really tough one.
That one's so I don't like that one.
It's really hard, but you know what? You know what's interesting to me about that is this is a ring challenge, yes, but it's a challenge that feels fair. Like if you're bad and you fuck up, it's your fault in this case.
I guess
You know what I mean?
so.
Whereas with like the slides or whatever, like sometimes it's just like, haha, we got you, bitch.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
You know? Or like just what happened with the clip. You saw that you went straight through the ring.
Yeah, I don't know if that will happen with this one, but we'll see. I love showing the animation in this level too, it's funny. Oh.
How many of these are there total? Only like 3? 4?
3 of them, I believe.
Okay. Is there one in the in Planktopolis?
I don't think so.
I remember
one-
running into invisible walls in this one, if I recall
Yeah.
correctly.
This one can be really hard because you're not expecting them to be where they show up. Like there!
Okay.
I wanted you to turn hard. That's why I don't like them appearing right after there, because you don't know where they're gonna be until you
Yeah, well,
fail
I mean,
it.
you know. Yeah, this one's a little on the meaner side in terms of that.
Yeah. Hello there, who is joining?
Hey, Blue Hunter Zero. what's
Hey, that's how I thought it would be.
Hey, it's me. I'm just gonna leech off you because the stream idea I had tonight just didn't work out.
up? Oh boy.
Alright.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I posted a clip in the chat.
Yeah, check out that clip.
Channel.
What
You
the
gotta
hell?
see what happened to this.
Yeah, yeah.
Poor Proto. He went
What is
straight.
that?
It was so
through
stupid. It's bullshit.
What is this?
I can't believe that happened still.
Oh my god, that is just unfortunate.
Unfortunate. You mean it wasn't supposed? I went through the goddamn thing.
Look,
Jumped
look. Every
straight
time
through
something bad happens to me, I just say that's unfortunate.
That is
Wow.
unfortunate that the game just decided to say nope, that didn't count, even though I went directly through it.
It's a licensed game. What you expect?
I know, but at least it's a decently polished licensed game despite everything,
Yeah.
because it's running off a good engine.
Yeah. Anyways,
Here we go.
I wanted to stream a horror game tonight, but OBS said no.
What
OBS can
horror
be
game was
fickle.
that?
What?
What horror game did you want to stream?
SCP Containment Breach, the old classic.
Oh,
Ah,
It's a really fickle game. I had to like play around with some settings last year when I played it for Halloween. And I cannot replicate that for some reason.
all right. Now we get the hardest Sonic Wave Guitar
This is-
Challenge.
arguably the hardest thing in the game, but like,
Yeah.
in like a this is still pretty fair kind of way.
Wait, is this the final stage?
No, it's
It's the Sonic Wave Guitar Challenge in Shell City Dead Ahead,
Oh.
where you have to
You'll,
fly
you'll
through
see what
the-
happens because I probably failed a couple times.
Yeah, it's a little.
And excuse my coughing because I'm trying to get over it.
It's weird how coughs work. Usually, like while you're sick, you don't have much of a cough, but then like as soon as you're like starting to really get better, you know,
Yeah.
it's like your cough starts to get worse for a little bit.
Yeah, I remember when I got the flu once. Well, yeah, I remember once getting the flu, and like after I recovered, I was just a coughing fit for like a week.
I mean, I did that after I had COVID as well.
Wait, you had? Oh. Wait, did you get that ring?
Yeah. They wouldn't be showing up next if they didn't get the one previous. Usually,
yeah,
sometimes they forget to make a sound, but
Did you say that this was the hardest challenge?
yeah, I'd say it is.
It's probably the hardest thing in the game.
Well, you seem to be doing fine.
Well, you know.
And just like that, I've jinxed it.
Yes, you have.
That right there can be really dastardly, where it's like, you drive around in circles. It's like,
Yeah.
It really just tries to get you, you know? Like that right there is rough.
And there's like enemies and stuff in the way that can ruin you.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Jeez Louise, what are
Christ.
they... Oh my god, imagine being a kid and trying
I've experienced this.
Oh my god.
Man. The clench is real, dude.
Dude, I'm just like sitting here thinking to myself, god damn, how do they expect kids to do this?
It's tight, man, isn't it?
And then they're gonna start moving.
Oh no.
This is the final challenge, you know? They gotta make it hard.
Superman 64 looking ass.
Oh, I can't even touch that target yet because it's not, the ring isn't there.
Oh my god, how long does this go on?
I think we're at the end. We did first try.
Yes!
First
Let's
try!
go!
Let's go!
Heck yeah, man. Amazing.
Let's fucking go!
Yeah, first try. That's a tough challenge, dude. You
Yeah.
did a good job.
Yeah, I was surprised I did that first time.
Hell?
I would get
My
juked
man.
out. So we've completed everything up to this point. So all that's left is Planktopolis. So let's do it.
Alright. Wait, is that what's the final stage in this game?
This one technically, and then there's a driving level, and then the final boss. This is the final like on foot mission.
If the final boss isn't David Hasselhoff, I'm gonna cry.
It isn't, so cry.
Gosh,
Cry about it. But we did run
What is
it.
the point?
We already ran into David Hasselhoff though.
It's still weird to me that like David freaking Hasselhoff showed up in the movie.
It was that's one of the funniest parts of the movie. And
It's okay, but be real. What five-year-old is gonna know who David Hasselhoff is?
I know, but it's even so. You know what he does in the movie is funny to somebody who doesn't know who he is because he literally just they ask him if he has a boat. It's like boat, and then he turns his body into a boat and he propels himself with no, and you know, and then when he sends SpongeBob and Patrick back down to Bikini Bottom, he uses his pecs to launch them under the ocean, and that is just so fucking funny.
I just wonder like why and how did David Hasselhoff agree to this?
Because I mean, SpongeBob was never shy about celebrity cameos before.
Bear in mind that SpongeBob was also like
SpongeBob was one of the biggest things ever.
Yeah, it wasn't just popular with kids. SpongeBob was popular with adults, even.
Yeah.
Even at the time, like it was.
I don't remember.
Yeah. So, I think the thought was just, you know, we put something in for everyone, right?
Yeah, I guess, but like
it's not like 5-year-olds go to the movies by themselves. They have to go with their parents, you know.
Oh yeah, but like I'm just trying to remember which celebrities made cameos on SpongeBob.
Well, you had the voices of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, Ernest Borgnine, and shoot, I forget. Tim Conway. They were pretty big stars back in the very, very old days. And they've done some other voice work before, but they were pretty big TV stars. Trying to think who else. They had Thomas F. Wilson as Flats, the flounder in the Bully episode, and he was Biff in Back to the Future.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Trying to think. There's a lot more, but I can't really think of any right now.
I think one of the later seasons got the dude who played the drill sergeant in Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, they did.
What was his name again?
Arlie Ermy.
Arlie Ernie, gotcha. Man, That dude is legendary. Too bad he only played like drill sergeants and drill sergeant types.
Yeah.
Kind of a limiting factor, you know, when it comes to his acting abilities.
Yep. Yeah, but
Although
David Bowie.
Oh yeah, David Bowie was in
Oh,
SpongeBob.
David Bowie.
Yes.
David Bowie voiced Lord Royal Highness from the Atlantis Square Pantis episode.
Oh my god!
Yes.
I didn't even realize that was him.
Yes. I didn't either. No, I don't. Yeah.
I now that I know, it's like, oh my goodness, I can hear it now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, David.
Let's see.
I don't know if I ever said, but like, I am a fan of David Bowie.
David Bowie's good.
Yeah, I love his music.
I guess the grandma character from Gary Come Home.
Yeah.
Was played by Amy Poehler.
Oh yeah, she did a lot of stuff, voice work back then too.
Bob Barker was in some season 9 episode. That's weird.
And we get your sponge spayed and neutered.
What?
Have you not heard that from The Price is Right, where he's like, "Oh, I died." You make sure your pets are spayed or neutered.
Appeared in pre-hibernation week.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, Pantera did music for SpongeBob. I remember.
Oh my
yeah.
god!
Yeah.
Oh my god, Pantera! Oh my god.
That's great.
Ugh. That is too funny.
Oh yeah, there's this little strategy where you can get stuck under the targets.
Ray Liotta played a character once. Really?
Yeah, Ray Liotta. Oh my god. He was.
Refresh my memory.
It was some season 5 episode called "Whatever Happened to SpongeBob."
No. What did they do? Like.
He was in The Godfather.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he even played like a
In
fish
Goodfellas.
greaser.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The fish he played in that episode was a greaser.
Yeah.
Oh
He had
my
like
god.
he had like the
Yeah,
jacket and the.
Wait, wasn't that the episode with the really infamous gross close up?
Yeah, I think
Oh
you're
my
right.
Probably.
Why do cartoons keep doing this? It's just.
Well, SpongeBob
that
got
doesn't-
really bad about it later
like,
seasons.
It's not funny.
No, it's
funny.
not.
It's just gross and unsettling, and I hate it.
That's why
like-
the later seasons of SpongeBob were not very good.
Because they just abused the hell out of that joke. Like, ooh, gross close up. I blame
I watch
Ren
the
and
spikes on the wall.
I
Well, Ren
blame
and Stimpy were a bit more tasteful with it. Well, sometimes.
Ren and Stimpy. Tasteful.
Yeah,
Something
no.
that doesn't add up.
No, I don't think so. But I never watched too much of it, so.
Let's just say that there was one episode that was really bad.
I'm sure there was. I'm sure there's multiple.
Well, I think this one just like got pulled off the air and was just not allowed to air. I think
Yeah.
it was the one where I think it was the one where Ren and Stimpy got adopted by what's his face.
Can't hide from me.
I don't remember the guy's name, but he's like a recurring character. Stimpy is like I don't remember what his name was, but there was a point in that episode where Ren just beat the shit out of him,
Oh, yeah.
and it was pretty bad.
Ren and Stimpy got away with a lot that sometimes they didn't, so.
Ren and Stimpy in general is just an enigma to me.
Things are a lot different in the 90s.
Yeah. I think the creator of that show, who I'm not gonna name because I don't want to
He's
give
an
him
asshole.
attention. Yeah. He really wanted to push the boundaries of what was allowed on Nick. And there were some times where like the higher ups and executives just had to like come down, slap him on the wrist, and tell him no.
Yeah, like the whole adult picture show thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Oh,
bad.
that was just a completely different story.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh, no!
Well,
Might not have been the smartest decision.
yeah. Like that adult spin-off of I put
That
it
was-
in
That was
purpose.
awful. God
God.
awful.
Oh my goodness. Like it was something else, I tell you what.
They should just not do things like that, probably.
I know.
And that's
Like,
why they haven't done things like that again.
I'm all for cartoons being made for whatever audiences you want, but it's one thing to be like, it's one thing to take like a cartoon and make it intrinsically for adults, like, you know, Japan does this with anime a lot, right?
Yeah.
But like everything, but it's a completely different thing to take a show that was made for kids originally, and then, you know,
make it something raunchy.
Right.
But I mean, Samurai Jack kind of did the same thing, but it was going for a completely different vibe, you know.
Well, its adult theme was not really like in like a sexual way. It was more just like,
we're gonna tell a mature story.
Like, it was a more mature story for sure. But like, I think even kids who are a fan of Samurai Jack is also way more niche as well. Like, so.
So one thing I wanted to bring up was the upgrade to the Sonic Wave guitar is actually really cool, and I'm glad they did it. But basically, you can lock onto enemies with it, and you can, if you once you're locked on, you can send the wave immediately to it without having to wait on it to get there. So it's like a super.
I'm wrong, but I don't think it can collide with anything but the thing you lock onto either.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh
also,
my god, that's broken.
Also, there's Sandy.
Hey, Oh my goodness.
Man, Sandy, what did they do to you?
Yeah.
Man, you were the
Made
best
her not playable. That's what they did.
She was the best playable character in Battle for Bikini Bottom.
I don't know how the hell she got tricked to begin with. She's not stupid enough for that.
No.
Well, I mean...
You probably kick a bunch of asses first before getting...
Oh, well, no, I mean, to be fair, the movie did only feature mostly Patrick and SpongeBob.
Yeah, that was the one thing that was kind of, I thought was a sore point. They should have had like a B plot going on where Sandy is like trying to fucking save Bikini Bottom in the background, you know?
Oh, I think
or
I'm
something
screwed.
like that. They could have had like, I don't know, like a guest star or something for it, but they didn't do that. They just buckethead Sandy. That's it. Sorry, Sandy's not part of this movie. Bye. Even though she's like one of the most popular characters. It's a shame.
Yeah. I mean, Squidward got some time, but like not enough either. Like he at least tried to do something, but
they should have really just called it the SpongeBob movie, SpongeBob and Patrick's Grand Adventure.
But that doesn't roll off the tongue.
SpongeBob Patrick's Excellent Adventure.
Oh my god, that would actually...
That would have been better, yeah.
SpongeBob Patrick's Excellent
and then Keanu showed up in that the most recent SpongeBob movie.
Oh my god, wasn't he a tumbleweed or something?
Yeah, he was, which, I mean, I didn't see that movie, but I could tell at least that was kind of funny.
Yeah. What was the previous? Sponge Out of Water?
No, that was okay. It was Sponge on the Run.
Oh, Sponge on the Run. I thought that one was okay.
You sure? I mean, I didn't see it, so I can't really.
Yeah, the one where SpongeBob and the main cast just become buff superheroes.
Oh no, that was the second movie.
Yeah, that was Sponge Out of Water.
Yeah,
but that's talking about the most recent one, which was like 2 years or so ago.
Sponge Out of Water was okay.
Also, the hardest combat challenge in the game.
all right, let's see how this plays out. But anyways, one thing
I don't know if I can do it.
One thing that kind of surprised me about Sponge Out of Water is that they made it look like it was going to be like mostly CGI, but then I was like pleasantly
I couldn't do it, guys.
But then like I was pleasantly surprised when it was like 75% traditional animation. Like that was a good surprise for me.
I can't believe that they did that. That's good.
That's like the Bandina Waddle Dee fight in Kirby Superstar in the arena.
Or like it's like in the SpongeBob's dream where you go into Patrick's dream and he's just
yeah.
Oh my god! Have you seen the edit where it's just him riding that little seahorse ride and the Evangelion credits play?
Yeah, that's from the Dream episode.
God, that's such a.
Dude, that was my last quarter.
That was my last quarter. Man, I think there were a lot of trippy episodes.
Oh yeah. Yo, what's going on?
You're gonna need to do some reflections first.
Yeah. These helicopter guys with the missiles are the worst enemies in the game. They're the most annoying ones.
Hey, Huh. Oh.
How's everybody in chat doing today? I am so sorry for the coughing again. My voice is getting kind of hoarse, but it should be done soon. Okay. You're just playing Battle for Bikini Bottom for the first time? Really?
Oh wow.
Nice.
That's yeah, that's a good choice. Good game.
That's a really good game. One of the few rare good licensed games.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I would
Spikes
count
everywhere.
this one as just as roughly just as good. Maybe just like a little
A little
tiny
bit lesser, but yeah. I like this level. I think this level's a good challenge, but
well, there's just not that many levels in this game when you think about it.
Wait, there isn't?
Not really.
Not really.
There's like what, 4 or 5 levels?
I think SpongeBob gets more on-foot levels than Patrick does.
Right. Whereas BFBB had like what, a lot of levels, right? Like it had like let's see, Jellyfish Field, Downtown Bikini Bottom, Goo Lagoon,
Flying Dutchman's Graveyard.
Yeah,
That was my favorite one.
Kelp Forest.
That's the best one.
You had Kelp Forest. You had.
Wasn't there? What was the?
The
what was
Murmelair.
What's that? What was that one? The Deep Sea? Or-
Rock Bottom.
Oh, Rock
Bottom.
Bottom. Yeah, Rock Bottom. There was a lot of levels in that game, you know?
Yeah,
and
they
all of them
were
were platforming levels, you know? This game is like, we are gonna do a lot of levels, but
You're streaming
half
it
the levels
manually?
are garbage.
What do you mean you're streaming it manually?
I think the well, I think to be fair, you know, you can only grab so much from like a 2-hour movie. 2-hour, 1.5 hour movie.
Well, it's also just like, it's also a product of the game being kind of rushed.
Yeah.
Recording it from my phone. Oh, okay.
Meanwhile, Battle for Bikini Bottom could pull from like however many seasons they had up to that point.
It was like 2.5 seasons or so at that point,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, so, you know, they had a lot to pull from.
I think BFBB came out, what, midway through Season 3?
Yeah, something like that. It came out 2003, so.
Yeah, that would be around halfway through Season 3.
And Season 3 suffered a lot of delays because of the movie production.
Right. Really, really good game.
Yep.
The first one was, that's for sure. This, I would say, is... Well, it's like I said yesterday, it feels like more of a DLC for BFBB than anything. It's a smaller, more focused thing with like some weird choices, you know? Kind of like a lot of DLC packs tend to be.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind this, you know, I know this is a pipe dream, but I wouldn't mind this game getting a like small remake as DLC for like Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated.
That was what I've been saying. I wish they would have did it, but...
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think that there's too much complications involved with the plot structure being related, like, so closely tied to the movie. But if they did do it, I'd like to see them go all out and, like, really do it justice. And maybe even, like, clean up some of the issues with the game.
Jesus, I'm so sorry, guys. Ugh.
Okay, well, I guess the CP containment breach is out of the picture tonight.
Sorry about that.
I don't really play many horror games. When I was a kid, I played this one called Scratches. It was a point-and-click adventure game on computers. It was pretty good.
Okay. I remember playing a lot of point-and-click flash horror games, you know?
It was like super... I don't want to say the game was super good, because it kind of wasn't. But it had super good, like, voice acting. For some reason, the people who they got to do the voices for that game, what was it? Scratches? Like, they just had really good voice casts. Like, I don't know what was going on with that. It was like an indie game, too. It was like a small studio that made it, you know? So, like, they did a great job with that. The game is actually on Steam, but you can't purchase it due to licensing issues.
Ah, damn it!
Yeah.
This have to be like, hey, you know, this might be something I can check out.
Yeah.
Oh my god, too many missiles.
For a long time, what they were doing is they were giving it away for free in the Senscape Discord if you hung out for a while. They'd be like, hey, do you want a key for the game, this old game? And you'd be like, yeah, sure. But I think they stopped doing that because they ran out of keys.
So,
I really hope what's his name
sorry.
managed to fix that.
Jesus Christ. I am I'm about to get a level up, so I think I'm gonna level up SpongeBob's health because Patrick is not gonna be able to be played anymore. So I think upgrading SpongeBob's health is probably the best, especially for the final boss.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
Bless you.
My friend, I think at one point a buddy of mine who played this game dared me to beat the final boss, King Neptune or whatever, without getting hit at all. And it took me like 20 attempts or so, but I think I did it.
I don't think I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, it's pretty rough to do that, but I remember it took a while. That's for sure. The reason he dared me to do it is he's like, if you manage to do it, I'll give you a Steam gift card. I was like, oh, okay.
Damn, okay.
He put some money on the line, you know. If you put money.
Oh yeah, he put money down. You gotta do it.
Oh my god. If it's a money match, you gotta do it.
Pretty much. And you know what? It was a challenge, that's for sure.
Did you do it?
Oh yeah, I definitely did. It took me forever though. Like I said,
This challenge is about
at least 15 or 20 attempts. King Neptune's a tough boss fight. It really is.
It's really tough. But
there's just like it's just like a lot of like red lining. You know what I mean? Like way too much. You have to avoid everything, or you die.
And they have the stupid enemies with the projectiles.
Yeah.
Now I forget.
It's just dealing with a lot, you know.
Okay. I forgot what the whole thing there was, but I think you at least match up the weights in order to get through there.
I think it was just don't take the expensive weights, take the cheap weights.
Yeah.
And you'll win. Because otherwise the trampolines disappear out from under you and you die. What is this Planktopolis shit anyway, when you think this is like some Eggman level shit.
Yeah.
Like he's got his face all over some like ancient statues and stuff.
Yeah, Plankton just got the Millennium Ring, so he's just been turned into a Yami. Or whatever.
I guess he got the Dr. Eggman bug, clearly.
Yeah. No, he's just a big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh, so he's the Pharaoh. Okay.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm not gonna die. When you think about what's going on here with all these Buckethead guys, it's kind of morbid. SpongeBob is killing the citizens of Bikini Bottom.
Yeah.
And not just a little bit, he's like dismembering them.
Yeah. Dude, what the hell? The hell? Die! I'm so sorry for the constant coughing today.
You're not as bad as some of the other streamers I've seen who cough a lot.
So what is Patrick? Patrick wearing a tuxedo?
I don't know what he's doing.
Okay. That's weird.
Certain streamer I watch on YouTube sometimes has had a persistent cough for like a year, and people always, like when I'm in the stream, I hear people saying, "Hey man, you should get that checked out." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I will eventually," and then he never does. He doesn't. So it's like, oh no.
Okay.
At first I thought it was like because he smoked or something, but as far as I know, no. So mildly concerning. He probably should get that checked out, to be honest.
Oh, these guys are gonna be annoying. The fuck? You know what? We're gonna do this.
Go out of his range, and then
yeah.
And then, you know.
Wait. He's still gonna hit me from here. What the hell? What is your range? Look at this. The actual fuck.
I don't think they can hit you if you stand right up against the wall here, but I don't think you can shoot him if you stand up right against the wall either.
No, he can still hit me. Jesus Christ.
I guess just do the platforming and then get over there. It'll be fine.
No, I can get it. I'm gonna do this thing. At least gets rid of the enemy respawners.
At least you can't get hit during the cutscene.
I guess. I hope not.
Probably.
Okay. Now it's your turn to die. Except there's smoke. There we go. But I only have 2 health left, so. Now there's a sponge ball thing in here that I never knew about.
Sponge ball thing?
Like a the challenge in here, like a platform that takes you there. I forget how to do it though. Ah.
That's so weird. Why is that so weird?
Did you not know this?
I think I did know this, yeah, but it's
Because you have
weird.
to 100% the game before.
I just forgot that it's so weird, you know?
I never knew about this for the longest time.
Oh god, you know, you just spent all that effort killing those guys, and now you're gonna come back, and they're gonna be back again.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. This is the hardest one. Steam will push you. Like that.
Oh man, I remember this. Yeah, this is annoying too. This isn't probably, I don't think this is as bad as that one challenge you did first try, but
Yeah.
definitely pretty bad.
It's about timing.
Excuse me. Oh yeah, you gotta time things pretty well.
Fans make some weird noise.
And now you get to hear them in stereo.
Yeah. Okay. Now you can actually use the fan or the steam to push you up.
Oh yes, Mario Galaxy level. I get it.
Oh my god.
It's Mario, it's got the flipping platforms like Mario Galaxy.
Yeah. Oh, there's a treasure chest in here.
Mario Sunshine a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get that though. I don't care about it.
I can't believe they put a treasure chest inside of one of these. That's so
I know,
weird.
it's weird. They probably ran out of time to put it in anywhere else. There we go.
Yeah.
It's short, thankfully.
SpongeBob, what happened to your feet?
They took my legs. Alright. And yeah, everyone's back.
At least it'll be a quick and easy situation to deal with.
Oh, that was a cool shot. Didn't mean to hit that guy over there. Oh shit.
Just reflection.
Alright, I'm gonna go now. I have dinner to eat.
Alright, I will see you later then.
I will see you later too.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, it's always a treat to be a part of these streams.
You're so enthusiastic about it.
I'm a Squidward.
Oh, you know, who isn't? Yeah.
Who isn't a
Pumpkin's riddle.
Squidward? Who isn't a Squidward by the time they reach 20?
Okay,
And I
so
was Squidward by the time I reached 13.
alright, so we got a bit of a puzzle here. And I can't... Let's see. I wonder if it's the 2 triangle weights that
Pretty sure.
are the correct ones.
Yep.
Upsy daisy.
I did it! Yay!
I like how there's this box that appears that says you did it. Like,
Yeah.
There's nothing else in the game that's like that.
I know. I remember this part. The wall jumps in here get very creative.
Yeah, they really wanted to go all out to make sure they use that wall jump mechanic, but I think that
I feel like they didn't use it a lot in Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Yeah, mostly they just did cool stuff with it. And, like,
Well, they did. Yeah, they did, and I hated them honestly. They're too hard.
I thought that the big spinning tower was kind of cool.
Yeah, but I feel like it was really hard to do.
It's just timing.
Yeah. And then this one is you have to use the.
I think you gotta like throw slow. Ball.
Or you can do you can just hit it from the ground.
Or you can just hit the ground, hit it from the ground. I guess, yeah.
And this should take us to the final section. Managerially smash. Oh no!
These plankton statues with like the eyeballs are actually pretty creepy. They did a good job.
Yeah. No, okay. No, I'm just gonna go for it. I took out one of them at least. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, they just spam these guys at the end for challenge.
I mean, in fairness, they did also add a mechanic that allows you to reflect things. I mean,
yeah.
Although imagine trying to do this without that.
Yeah. Shit.
I'll just get to you.
Alright, shoot your balls. There you go.
Shoot your balls. Oh, that's one you don't want to clip.
Alright. Almost there.
I really like the graphical effect of reflections.
Yeah. Also, you weren't there before. What the hell?
He just respawned on me. I saw him.
Yeah. Alright, got 2 Krabby Patties, so we have 4 health going into this, but this I don't think it should be too bad.
A little lag there, huh?
Oh, shit. Yeah, so he's gonna electrify one side of the conveyor belts. Or, I don't know why I was standing there. Okay.
This was annoying. I remember this.
And that's it.
Yeah. That could be pretty annoying the first time.
Oh, hello.
Plankton, there's nowhere left to run.
You're too late, SpongeBob. King Neptune is already at the Krusty Krab too. He's all set to fry crabs, and there's nothing you can do about it.
We'll just see about that.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got a show to catch. Plan C, I love you.
You won't get away with this, Plankton!
Alright, so that is Planktopolis done. I believe we got every token there.
Yep. Looks like it. So all that's left is what? The
driving stage.
Yep, the driving stage. Drive of the Knucklehead McSpazatron.
Forgot that was the name of this level. You're almost.
You're almost.
You're almost. You're almost.
You're almost. Are you finished with those errands? Are you finished with those errands?
SpongeBob,
You finished with those errands?
Goober tokens for me to bring back the paddy wagon.
I do? Oh, that's great.
I do? Wow. Yeah, we got an image.
Guys, you're almost done. The Krusty Krab is at the end of this road.
Thanks for all your help,
Lovely.
Mindy.
Yes. Thanks for helping us.
Don't thank me yet.
That's
You'll
like
have to hurry
creepy,
or
Patrick.
It really is.
Go as fast as you can and try to get past
Wow.
the falling debris. If the road gets blocked,
I'm not sure I like
you'll
the
have to try
implication,
again.
Patrick.
God damn it. Okay. Let's go. So this is literally, we're just going through the whole path of the first level, but backwards. But there is a hidden time limit, where if you don't get past in time, the road will be blocked off. And this, you die. So. Like, see if that statue falls over, you can't get through. And there's a lot of oil slick around here. Ow. Uh-oh. Well, the music's being really weird here. There's a lot of cutting out.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
I wonder if that's my disc.
Could be the Wii. Are you playing it on a Wii?
Yeah, I'm playing on the Wii.
Could just be like disc read times if you're playing from an actual disc.
Yeah.
The Wii reads discs a little slower than the GameCube did. Did you know that?
Oh, really? No, I didn't know that.
It's a very small thing, but it definitely is true.
Because from what I could tell, the performance of GameCube games seems to be not too different, just from at a glance, on the Wii. So at least that's what I've known since I've had the Wii. So.
Yeah, well, you know, these days almost everybody who uses a Wii to play GameCube games uses Nintendo.
Yeah.
So. Did you know that Nintendo can play actual discs?
I think I did. Yeah. Like, how does that work, considering you already have the disc and you're already using a Wii, so...
Lets you use Wii remotes and stuff as controllers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It also performs better.
Okay.
Yeah. So...
God, I hate the hot sauce. Oh, shit. Drive out of here, thankfully. A lot of barrels of doom around here. Here we go, though. We made it. I like that horn. It's like. Although, there's like a whole animation there missing because you hear sound effects going on, but there's like nothing going on. It's all messed up.
Like, you got the token, okay? That's basically what they're doing.
All right. Well, before we do the final boss, because it's just gonna throw us into it, we're gonna go back because there's a few more tokens to get. I'm gonna skip this.
Oh wait, does that, because you skipped that, does that mean you're not gonna get to see that cutscene?
Maybe, I don't know. Oh well.
Because it doesn't matter. We all know what happens anyway.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing though. Will I get copyrighted for the music that plays after the first phase of the final boss?
I hope not.
Because I feel like there's a good chance of that happening.
Looking for a more manly challenge?
It's one of those calculated risks you'll have to take.
I guess so. I mean, I'm not making money off of it on YouTube, so it doesn't really matter to me, but I don't know if I'll get a strike on Twitch or not.
Hopefully not.
I'll give you a limit.
They might just stream mute you, if anything.
Yeah, I might do VOD mute. Which will suck ass, but...
I feel like if any human were to look at it, they'd say that's bullshit.
We'll see what happens. Kind of forgot about that. It's like I didn't think. I just didn't. I didn't really think about that. That's concerning.
It might be okay because of how loud the fucking sound effects are.
Yeah,
You can always just turn the music down in game.
that's true too. But I think I'm just gonna go with it.
Probably be alright.
Yeah. Having the VOD muted isn't the worst thing in the world. Will it automatically do that, like, as soon as I'm done streaming? Like, mute it if there's a copyright problem? Or does it take time for that to happen?
It probably, it may not.
Okay. Because if I upload it to YouTube in time, it might not matter, but...
Probably doesn't matter. I really hate the music industry.
Yeah. Isn't it Metallica's fault that we have to worry about copyright shit? On Twitch? I don't know.
I don't know if it's just on Twitch, it's about Twitch specifically, but it's kind of the music industry's fault in general for being fucking assholes for no reason.
Well, I remember Metallica was like doing a concert like on Twitch one time, and they got VOD muted because their music. There was like them actually performing their own music. I hate the hot sauce because like it has like 2 extra little drops of it right there, and that part can still hurt you, not the big spot that it drops.
Yeah, it's pretty mean.
I don't know what the hard
time to spare.
Yeah, I don't know what the hard time is. I forget, but it. Oh, I hate how that counts that last part after you cross the finish line as time still for it. But
here is your reward.
It's probably like 2:45 or something anyway. I can't imagine them asking you for much more than that.
yeah.
That was a pretty flawless run that you did.
You want
Yeah.
another challenge?
Yeah, we love a challenge.
Again, Patrick being creepy.
Each ring as it appears. If you
No, it's like in the chocolate episode. It's like, I love you, and he shuts the door on him.
It's the ring challenge, the Return of the Revenge.
Yeah, the last one,
The sequel.
the finale,
The sequel to the Return of the Revenge.
the finale. Halloween ends. No, ring challenge ends.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
Yeah, that's next week, next Monday.
Yeah, but still, you know.
Now, these rings will move quite a bit.
I don't remember this one being too bad. Might take like 1 or 2 tries. Probably
Yeah.
just like 1. You know, Plankton, if you weren't so obnoxious about it, maybe people would be nice to you.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Woo!
Wow. Wow. Thank God I can actually reverse in this stage, though. Alright, I just gotta be slow here. Take time. Not too much time. No. No. Oh, I got it. Holy shit.
Woo! Close one.
Okay. Nope.
Oh, that was a good trick that you did there.
I guess so. Oh, that thing was in the way of the ring. That was bullshit. I couldn't do anything there.
I'm sure they'll get a patty anytime.
Yeah. There's one. Oh no! Oh, I gotta be careful here because the hot sauce.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm not gonna grab that. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna finish the game.
I'd say that was probably the hard part. I think you already passed it.
Yeah, I think we got it. Yay! Also, if this is the Krusty Krab 2, where shouldn't the original one be right next to it?
Did it. Here's your.
I don't.
A wizard did it.
Okay, last challenge of the game.
You're getting to be a great driver, SpongeBob.
Oh, thanks, Mindy.
So you deserve a really manly time challenge.
Really, really manly.
All right, get to the end.
All right. Let's finish this.
235. That's doable.
Yeah. We did that just about last time,
Yeah,
so.
you're using a cut like 2 seconds off. Maybe
Super
just use more,
speed.
maybe just make sure you use more liberal use of your
Yeah.
nitros.
If I can pick one up, but. Oh. Okay.
That's not that big a deal.
Yeah. Oh, come on. I wasn't going anywhere near those. Alright, come on.
No, I almost think the wall bonks are actually helpful.
A little bit. Okay, that was totally on me. Okay, I'm gonna be cutting it close here.
That's tough.
Yeah. Uh-oh. I think we'll just make it.
I think you're close but it's hard to say if you'll actually land before that time.
Oh, just 1 second.
Wow, that was a tight one.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Excellent, guys. Here's your reward.
All right, well that's a quote unquote 100% then, right?
Yeah, I've just gotta beat the final boss.
Well,
And-
minus the treasure chests, I guess, but I don't think anybody counts those.
Would you like to try and beat your best? We sure.
And this time
We won.
get
You lost. Heck yes, let's go. Dude, you're just in time. We are about to take on the final boss. We have everything in the game.
Except for the treasure
Oh,
chest.
except for treasure
Who
chest,
cares
but-
about-
Yeah.
Don't blow your nose into your hand.
All right. Hopefully we don't get VOD muted.
Yeah. Well, at least on the second part of the boss fight. I like how when you go for it, it says, all right, you asked for it. And you select it, so.
All right,
Oh, no, the cutscene will still play.
time for
Oh, that's
you
good.
to die.
Not so fast, Plankton. I brought back King Neptune's crown, and I'm here to save Mr. Krabs.
Nice work,
Why is the crown so
SpongeBob.
small now?
You made it all
Yeah.
to Shell City and back. That's a
Didn't you guys
heroic
ride in that
feat.
thing?
Too bad it won't
Yeah.
help. All hail, Plankton. Hey, King Neptune already has a crown.
That's no crown, Patrick. It's one of Plankton's bucket hats. Plankton is controlling King Neptune.
That's right. And now I'll have the pleasure of removing you along with your friends. Neptune, I command you to kill SpongeBob. Kill SpongeBob.
All right, here we go. This game's like, oh my god, this music goes way too hard too.
I love this.
Like, why does this music go so hard?
Well, it is a final boss theme. I'd hope they give it a little bit. You know.
I know. Okay, I was gonna go in the first person scope. He's playing Counter-Strike right now with the op.
Is that all the tables?
No, there's one more.
One more. All right.
Oh, what the? Okay, well, that still hit him. It clearly went past his head, but...
I like how he cocks it.
Yeah, I know. It's like a... But no, dude, it's a gun, though, because it's got a scope on it.
I guess. God, this brings back memories.
Yeah. I remember getting to this fight before, and I was like, oh my god, I've never done this before. Must be super awesome or something like that. Ow, that's okay.
Doing this no hit was pretty rough.
Your chops are too righteous. I love that one. So basically, you have to dodge his attacks enough for him to go into that first-person mode. So if you get hit, it resets the counter of how many attacks you avoided.
Yeah, at least you can turn the tables in the meantime.
Yeah. This is probably the hardest one to avoid because it's got the outgoing ring and the ones going around too.
I like it though. I think this is a tough challenge, but in like a fun way.
Yeah. So now all I have to do is just avoid the attacks.
Yeah, I had to do this without getting hit once, or I had to restart.
Damn.
Yeah.
And you had to wait through the loading time too. Unless you killed yourself, but...
Pretty Krabby Patty there.
Yeah. Alright. I don't like how the music doesn't loop properly though.
Oh, you know.
That's right. Run right into the nice energy beam.
I think the closer you are to the edges, the easier it is.
Yeah.
Because then you're not trying to jump into tiny spaces, you know?
Yeah.
Whew, that was tight.
Alright. And last hit, probably before the VOD gets muted, maybe, possibly, so we're just gonna go through. Yeah, we're just gonna go through with it, and if we are, we'll see you after the VOD is unmuted.
Yeah.
Or we'll mute the whole mod, or the VOD. Or we'll only do a portion of it.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll let us know, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, this part.
Yeah, this is an awesome song though, and I didn't realize this is a parody of an actual song. for the longest time, and then I heard it. I was like, oh wait, this song is from the SpongeBob movie, isn't it? It's like, no, it's from Twisted Sister. It's like, oh, okay.
Oh, I knew that because of Guitar Hero, I think.
I don't think I had that Guitar Hero with that song on it, so.
What was it, Rocks the 80s?
Yeah, something like that. Oh no! At least they start you on this phase, so.
Yeah.
And I forget if this one has the guitar solo in it. This version of the song.
So far, it doesn't look like you've been muted, so I think we're okay.
How will you know if it is?
Well, I think VOD muting can happen live.
Can it?
So.
Okay.
It depends on if Content ID is checking you or not. I think it checks for bigger streamers more than smaller streamers, though. So.
Okay. Oops. Of course, they add these guys to make it harder. Oh, no. Okay. Their chops are too righteous. Oh yeah, it does have the guitar solo part in it. Ooh, only you have Patrick go woo! This goes way too hard, man.
Remember, you can reflect those.
Yeah, I know. Oh, come on! He's just gonna spawn more anyway. Ugh.
Yeah, but if you get hit by them, then it interrupts the cycle.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like this is easier because you only have to worry about the outgoing ring. God, this guitar solo goes hard, man. Oh, frick. Hello.
Oh, welcome back, Blue Hunter.
Oh snap, we're doing King Neptune?
Yeah, we're already on Final Boss. And hopefully the bot isn't muted because we got Goofy Goober Rock playing right now.
Solo sure goes hard.
Why the hell is this music? Isn't this a parody of We're Gonna Rock?
It's parody of I Wanna Rock by Twisted Sister.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't know that for the longest time.
Yeah, I heard I Wanna Rock like on the radio a couple months ago. I heard I Wanna Rock a couple months ago on the radio, and I was just like, this sounds familiar.
And I like SpongeBob has the glasses and stuff.
Yeah. Bummer. My OBS just decided it's not going to work with me today.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But that's the game.
Well, that's the game.
Yeah. Oh wow, it's already over. But yeah, just a little bummed.
I'm so sorry about that. It must suck.
Yeah. But hey, what can you do? Wait. I swear there was a couple. Well, this is a movie tie-in game, so we gotta have to ridge the whole thing.
Who recovered my crown and saved
I was like, wasn't there a couple scenes missing between?
Yeah, but there's a lot of scenes missing.
Wait, is that just the stock? Look at this.
They're just using stock images. Yes.
Stock images. I was about to be like, wait a second, what are? Oh man, we just can't.
Stock images, edited stock images.
Why can't we use official screenshots from the movie?
They really ran out of time at the end.
You couldn't just play the movie on another monitor and grab some screenshots.
We must stop and wonder how long until this.
Bruh, I hate this.
Wow.
It just feels cheap. Well, I mean, this game was made on a shoestring budget.
Well, they tried.
Oh my god.
I mean, what is with these SpongeBob games and just having anticlimactic endings?
Oh yeah, this is the 100% ending thing. Which, yay, more VOD mute potential.
Woo! yeah. Wait, what song's playing right now?
It's this Goopy Goopy Rock again. Unfortunately, it's not Ocean Man, which. Oh
no,
my god.
That'd get you muted faster.
I know that would get us muted, but.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, no, hang on. Viacom owns.
It's okay. As long as we're really loud and talk over it, it'll probably be okay.
Yeah, we just gotta be as obnoxious and loud as possible, and then maybe, just maybe, this VOD won't be muted.
Ocean Man, take me by the hand, lead me to the land.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think covers still get you. I think even if you like hum a few seconds of a song, it gets you muted.
This Twitch is really, really ridiculous sometimes, isn't it?
I don't know, man. At least it's not YouTube. Actually, no.
I like how like low quality these images are.
At least with YouTube, it you know, when you get a content
oh my God,
ID,
what is
it's
that?
like
Crabs.
I know.
What is that Crabs model?
His eyes are doing a weird thing.
We did it.
SpongeBob SquarePants movie. You
All right.
did it.
We're out of the hot water, finally.
Yes.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, we don't have to be loud and obnoxious. You know, they probably could get the rights for Ocean Man. Because, you know, shoestring budget.
Ween is low budget.
No cheese.
Yeah, it's just the beginning of the game again. We're really close to the... You know what? We're really close to the last level up. Might as well do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that real quick and then we'll end it off. Also, I want to know what the total amount of Goofy Goober tokens in the game is.
I guess it's 68, huh?
It might be 60. I hope it's 69, honestly.
Oh my god. I was about to say, if it's not 69, what's the point?
No, it's 68. Damn it.
You could just add one more. You think someone on the dev team was like, can we please just add one more?
There we go.
That's how you do it. Alright, did you get the last level up?
Yes.
Alright.
Alrighty.
Alrighty then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy Testicle Tuesday, we did it. Alright.
Oh my god, why'd you have to say that?
Because that's from Base Ventura.
It's a lot of Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it's from Base Ventura.
I hope you know that today is also Taco Tuesday.
Yes. Alrighty. Where are eels?
I haven't watched Ace Ventura in a long time.
In some aspects, it hasn't aged well. Like, you'll see if you watch it again, but
I've heard.
yeah. But it's the comedy's still good. Other than that,
hey, you know, I just noticed those emotes. Were those made by the artist that I suggested to you?
yes, it is.
All right, cool. Nice to know you took my suggestion.
Yes, thank you. All right, so
Yeah.
thank you to all these people here. They are awesome. We're gonna head out. Let's rate somebody.
I'm going to go make some dinner. So.
I am going to go cry to my OBS software.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Let me
sorry
see
about
who
your
we
luck.
want to raid though.
All right, let's see. I was gonna suggest a raid target, but nah.
You sure? I mean, I can't really think of anybody right now. I mean, I know Nintendo Boo. He was here earlier, so I thought we would raid him, I guess. But...
Oh yeah, do it. Are they a small
Okay.
streamer?
yes.
All right, let's support a fellow small streamer.
All right. He's playing Plants vs. Zombies 2. So, go check him out.
All right, cool. Let's do this.
All right. I'll see everybody later. Probably more Splatoon at some point. Pokemon Emerald's gonna be on hold for a while. So anyway, we'll talk about that later. See everybody
All
next
right.
time.
Okay.
Later.
Have a great one, everyone.
All right.
Stream ended.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Okay.